Let's see here. Good to see you. Just give me a moment here. Getting things set up. Oh, the bard's work is never done. It's good to have you here. Just getting things set up. Let's see, spirituality. Let's see. Copy, paste. There we have it. All right, opening this up. Just one more moment. There we are. Good to see you. Greetings and salutations. It is I, your bard, your spiritual entertainer, with Caradwin in the background here, as you can see her. Let me turn my music down just a tad. It is quite loud, isn't it? Yeah, that is the perfect. Let me give you your introduction. Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise from out of the dewy grass. Night is worn, and the worn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. There you have it. My introduction from the great bard, William Blake. I want to put old Caradwin on here. I like her in the morning. There, I like her better in the morning here. And there she is. There is my goddess, Caradwin here. Are you a church father? No. I am a spiritual entertainer. The Church of Caradwin. That is where I find where I hang my hat up. Spiritual entertainment is what I do here. There's no churches here. Only Caradwin. That is it. You are Martin Luther King wonderful. I am just a humble bard in the service to my great goddess Caradwin, as you can see her in the background, stirring up the cauldron of the Awen, here to bring inspiration in your morning time. Now, I want to talk about something that the great Alan Watts once said. He talked about self-improvement. Self-improvement as a reality that leads to the greatest of evils, the greatest of vanities. There's nothing to improve. You are wonderful the way you are. There is no need for an improvement. How you are is wonderful. You just need to discover that. And certainly there are people that can help you find that. Let's see here. What the hell are you talking about, you wish? Good to see you, Vixen. Yes, I am a necromancer. I am bringing up all the dark spirits here. You are correct. Good to see you, Vince. Vince, nice to see you. Divination is the practice of seeking knowledge. You people are just crazy. I mean, you see a goddess behind me. I'm not here promoting Christianity and all of its bizarreness. Good to see you, Space. Good to see you. Elf on the Shelf improvement. Perhaps American culture. Good to see you. Yeah, this idea of vanity that you find in self-improvement, it is one of the greatest temptations. Buy my book. Do these things. There is no need for improvement. The idea of improvement is, I must become this. I must get to that place. I must read the right literature. I must read the right books. to become what I'm meant to be. No, you already are what you're meant to be, and you are wonderful. Self-help is a delusion. There's nothing to help. There's nothing wrong with you. It's like the Christian church. You are a sinner. You are pissing God off, and we have the answer for you. There's nothing. You are not a sinner. You are wonderful, is what you are. You are loved just as you are. And learning about this type of love is where your improvement comes from. There's no need for improvement. You are not broken. You are wonderful as you are. Thou shalt not have any false gods before you. Yeah, screw your God. So jealous, so afraid of other gods. What is my philosophy? Spiritual entertainment. It is quite simple. Now I see about 20 people on. If you do this thing here, it brings more people into the conversation. I'd like to talk to people about spirituality. I don't like talking to Christian fundamentalists. I would like to talk about other things that are important and of value. But I will talk to whoever's here in the chat. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. I'll be on here for about 3 hours this morning. And tonight I will return. I'm having an interview with the shaman and a druid. It's going to be lots of fun. So you don't believe in the 7 deadly sins? No, that's all bullshit the church made up. It is the oldest trick in the book. You are the problem, and we have the answer. There is no original sin. They made all that shit up to control and manipulate you. That's what it is. There is no self-improvement. There is only becoming. You are wonderful, and you must learn to become wonderful. That is the contradiction there. We are unaware of what we are, and we must learn what we are. We are wonderful. Am I monotheistic? Yes. Keridwen is my only goddess. That is it. Those who are stingy and promote stinginess among others turn away should know that Allah is true light. Well, I'm not interested in any of your Abrahamic deities, and they are not for me. They are all very selfish beings that desire worship. If a god needs worship, you should reject it. That is trying to siphon life out of you. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with it. The Father, how to do an exorcism? Well, the exorcism must be learned by the person who has the demon. Now, I could perform an exorcism on you, but if you don't learn what you are prone to the return of the demonic entity. You know, what is in you is greater than whatever is in this world. And you must learn that. And I try to get people to understand that you are greater than the dark forces. You are a child of the All-Father and the Great Lady. You have rights. You have abilities that you must learn about yourself. Yeah, generational sin, that's all bullshit. The Bible is full of all kinds of bullshit. You are the problem. We are the answer. Let's see here. Augmented Knight, good to see you. You have changed your name. Darth Raven, nice to see you. Good to have you here. Steve, good to see you. You have all of the liquor that is available to you here in the morning. How many gods are there? I don't know. Only the All-Father knows all his children and the Great Lady. I wouldn't know. Let's see here. If you don't accept he who is the controller, then you won't go to heaven. Yes, I get up a big middle finger to the one who is going to be the dictator of my life. No, thank you. The controller, you exactly, that is the God of the Bible, wants to control and manipulate you. No, thank you. I rejected Christianity after 30 years of being part of it, realizing that this Bible is bullshit. Let's see here. Let's see. Hello, good to see you. Christians say they have free will, so they don't have to accept God, but those who do go to heaven. Yeah, that's bullshit. Because if you read the Bible, it says that God hardens your heart. That is not free will. There is no such thing as free will. It is the greatest lie made up by the church to explain why you're going to hell. Because you have free will. That is why. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, if you're going to quote scripture, I'll just ignore it. I was a Christian for 30 years. Your scriptures mean nothing to me. You were never a Christian. Oh, certainly I was. I traveled halfway around the world. I've led thousands of people into the church. So your judgment is inappropriate. Some of the Bible is good. Yeah, some of the Bible is good. Some of Islam is good too. But there's a lot of bullshit in all the Abrahamic religions that is not good. Gods who want to control you and make you afraid, those are not good gods. Good gods don't do that. There is no need for salvation. There is only a need for love. There's nothing to save you from. This is the big scam created by Christianity. There is nothing to save you from. God is not mad at you. God is in love with you. You still haven't answered if the church created gluttony or not. Yeah, certainly. And if you're being a dickhead, I'm going to remove you here. You're trying to say that I'm fat, right? Let's see here. There's already a pervert here. Let's remove him. Hide user from channel. Goodbye. How does he harden your heart if there's no free? That's why he hardens your heart. That's what the Apostle Paul said, right? He who he hardens. And he who he softens. That is not a free will. We are not born with free will. We are born in a conditioned state because of our brain chemistry, our psychology, our social circumstances. We never have freedom in our choices unless it is given to us from on high. Let's see here. The path of good intentions. Yeah, that's your fear tactics don't work here. That is such evil that some of you believe. Free will is not ability to make a decision. No, it is not. Free will is ability to make a decision without influence. A lot of hate in this world. You're right, Steve. If you wouldn't mind, give like 30-second pinch of what you believe. Spiritual entertainment. That's it. That's all I believe in. Let's see here. Martin, I looked for you all day. The Imperial City is under attack. Yes, it's because I have found the Amulet of Kings. And now the Oblivion Gates are opening up. You choose to believe in the Bible is the father of lies. Real fathers don't scare the shit out of you and want to torment you. You don't need to be saved from a real father. If the God of the Bible was a real parent in your neighborhood, you would call the police immediately for how he treats his children. Scaring the shit out of your children, protective services would come immediately to take those children away. Good to see you, Finn and Fimfang. Good to have you here. Good to see you, BMW. Nice to have you here. And who do we have here? Brian, Gore-Tex, and Emmett. You choose to believe in the Father of Lies, yes. You are new to the channel. Nice to have you here, Gore-Tex. Good to have you here. What is this blue star? I don't know what you're talking about. God teaches you how to manage your heart. No, you have control of your heart only with the help of a higher being. When you have the help of the higher being, you can manage your decision making. He who the Son sets free is free indeed. Without that help from on high, Alcoholics Anonymous learned this long time ago that you don't have freedom. You need a higher power to give you freedom. Headed to the oral surgeon today. I'm going to get into feeling better. The amoxicillin is helping a lot. Wonderful, Fimfake. I hope for your recovery. Good to see you, Paige. I just said nothing about your weight. You put that attribute on yourself. Yeah, kiss my ass. Goodbye. Let's see. The mythic dog has taken the emperor's life. The fate of the empire is uncertain, Martin. Yes, we're working on it. We are working on it. I have joined the Church of Stendar, and we are working against the Deidre Thet as we speak. Some churches judge as we people if we are more the house of God. All churches judge. I have been to many of them over my 30 years. What I found in the pagan communities is there's no judgment. No one's worried about your behavior and everything. That's what's wonderful about paganism. The people aren't pricks. Let's see here. You are gearing up to study the Morrigan. You've been finding songs about her on your newsfeed. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, my word. Where are we at here? There is no love but fear of the Lord. Yeah, it's a big scam. This idea that you are loved by God. But wait, God wants to torment you for all eternity if you don't believe in him. That is not love. I don't understand why people can't see that. It took me 30 years to see it because I was conditioned with fear, like most Christians. You get the shit scared out of you, so you're afraid to ask questions. You're afraid to doubt because you don't want to be destroyed. This is the work of an evil God. The God of the Bible is evil. You wonder what gods will be made, yeah, in 1,000 years. Imagine like there's a great cataclysm and people find the Lord of the Rings series. They will make that into their religion. This is the way of our humanity. Let's see here. But spiritual entertainment is such an unsatisfying answer. Obviously, there's more. You are clearly very smart, and I would be delighted to know someone with wisdom thinks about the big question. Well, I was a Christian for 30 years. I left Christianity because of this revelation that the God of the Bible is quite evil. What do I believe in now? I don't know. It's Celadwin is my goddess. I practice Celtic spirituality. I practice druidry. And that is where I find myself right now. This is all new to me. I've recently left the church. I was in the Ruthenian Greek Catholic Church. I've recently left the Catholic Church. Where are we at here? You're a supporter of pagan faith? Certainly. All faith. I support all religion endeavors. Even in Christianity, there is goodness. I have taken the good things that I've learned from Christianity in my devotion here to Celadwin. We live in a third dimension. Yeah, you said that yesterday. I'm sorry to ask, but what are your thoughts on the lost EBT food stamps and how people are getting robbed outside the stores for food? I think it is quite evil what the government has done to people that need those things, right? I think that this greed that we have in this world, why there is a great debt in our government, and why they are trying to cut corners now to people who really need these things, is because of all of their greed, their stockpile of war ammunitions and weapons of mass destruction, and also all of this crazy spending that people do. The government should be helping us, and that's what taxes is for, not to help them to have this extravagant lifestyle. And now they are making other people pay for what they want. There are great evils in our government. So I'm against it because I grew up on that stuff. When I lived in Detroit, I lived in the ghetto of Detroit. And one of the greatest things to have was, for instance, a 2-liter of Coca-Cola that was bought with food stamps. You can't do that anymore. To have like a pizza from the grocery store that is ready-made. You can't do that anymore. These people that complain about these things to the government officials, they don't give a shit about humanity. They only care about their own selves and their own greed. Where are we at here? Let's get up here. Let's see here. The Borg is here. What do you think of Scientology and their paywall of knowledge? It's evil. Not all religions are the same, and some are quite wicked, like Scientology. They control and manipulate people worse than the Catholic Church does. Worse, much worse. Let's see here. Any organization that manipulates people, like leaving the Catholic Church, all of these people who claim that they loved me, that they were my friends, once I left the church, they stopped talking to me. This is the problem with manipulation and control. Love doesn't have a barrier. If you have a friend who is into bullshit, you still are their friend. You still appreciate them. You still love them. And you hope that they will escape the things that you don't like. You don't renounce them and denounce them. But when you have an evil religion, it will certainly make you feel that way. All of these people who always praised me and wanted to talk to me about religion, now that I've left their church, where are they? They are gone. They are evil people, is what they are, filled with shit given to them by an institution of darkness that is in this world. The Christian church scares the shit out of you to the point where you will have nothing to do with people who you once sought as good persons. Why are these allergies getting to me? Allergies! Oh my goodness. Caledwin saved me from these allergies. Oh my word. Father Deacon, piggybacking on what you said of the hardening of the hearts in the Old Testament, same thing is said about kings and others. Yeah. The God of the Bible hardens your heart or loosens your heart in order to. Now, Jesus even said, seeing you will not see, hearing you will not hear. Now, these are wicked teachings that God would do that, harden your heart so he could punish you. Store up wrath for the last day in order to punish you. Oh, that's not a father. If I did that shit to my children, you would call the authorities. This God of the Bible is quite wicked and evil. I hope you will find the light. I did. That's why I left Christianity after 30 years. Caledwin is my light. Yeah, your name is fine. Augmented Night. Good name. Have you heard of the Eleni and the Anaki? Yes, everyone has heard of that. That's all Christians talk about right now. They got a boner for the Nephilim, right? And the Book of Enoch. That's all they talk about now on YouTube all the time. I did so many shows during that. I really drew it out. God ain't going to do shit to me. I called his bluff years ago, and my life keeps getting better. Well, that's not God. You're talking about the Christian God, who is the leader of North Korea, dictator, always making sure that he's watching what you do. That is not the love of the All-Father. The All-Father is unconditional in its love towards you. The All-Father's love does not take account of all of your misdeeds, is not writing it down, waiting to punish you. You have a being that loves you and wants your best interests, and will certainly help you to deal with your bad decisions. This is the kind of being that loves us, that I believe Jesus was teaching, but his teachings got hijacked by the church. Used to call Lord of the Sea Ring in college. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. God is Al-Halim, and he won't punish you yet. He will give you chances. Well, screw your God. I don't want a God who's getting ready to punish me. What kind of bullshit is that? That is an evil God. I want a God who is going to love me. He's not going to punish me. You like that, Gene? That is my goddess Caledwin. This beautiful image that you see behind you. It is kind of a darker energy, but it's still, I like it. I enjoy it. It is my morning Caledwin. Christ be with you, and come out of your head, use your heart. I traveled around the world preaching the gospel for 30 years. Your institution of trying to get me to convert will not work here. I left Christianity. I don't have a problem with Jesus. Jesus and Caledwin are friends. I don't have a problem. I have the way that he is taught. I have a way with how the Bible depicts him. I believe he was a divine person, certainly. Satan be with you as well. My Don Coyote. I'm not interested in Satan. Oh, where are we at here? My word. Andrea, God is in us and around us. Yeah, certainly. We are divinity. We are not separated from God. This is a lie of Christianity, that you are separated from God. God can't get his hands dirty. What kind of father can't love his own children? I changed my children's diapers. The fun fact, because I have had 8 children. I have changed over 10,000 diapers in my lifetime. I did the math. If a God cannot do that, he is not worth serving. If a God cannot get dirty, nobody cares. Okay. This is crazy, a stat that 20% of Americans get EBT and the rest are illegals. Yeah. Let's see here. The spark of the divine is with everyone. Chemistry, good to see you. You came home to find your niece eating a cauldron biscuit. Is this a sign from Keredwin? Perhaps. There's lots of goddesses with cauldrons. She's like the main one, right? The cauldron is like a very important symbol of the ancestors. As some of you know, I am struggling multiple ways in an AC tech, but I can't practice after an accident. So I'm disabled now, and I can't get food because of the government. Thank you, government, for hurting people. Thank you. We have evil people running our government. And I'm sorry that you experience it. Now, there are charities there's plenty of them that can help you get to place. When I lived in Detroit, we would go have someone go down we would go down to what is called the Lighthouse, and they would give us a bag of groceries. There are many of these places. It's a damn shame how many Christians don't live by Christ's word. They really give Christianity a bad rep. Yeah, you're right. That sucks, Deacon, but you got us, fam. Yes. Fear-based religion, certainly done. I never was political until Trump came along. Yeah, Trump made me want to not vote ever again. I voted for Trump because I vote by my gas tank. That is how I vote. I'm normally a socialist, but I vote by my gas tank. And my socialist people, they have done a shitty job in trying to help poor people like myself. I am in terms of social status, I would be considered working class poor because I'm at the top of the poor class. When you have too many children, like I have 8 children, you are poor. And so I would vote my gas tank in order to, and that was the last election. I am never going to vote again. I've lost complete faith, always having to vote for the lesser evil, that is where I found this, because most of our politicians are under the power of the archons, these beings that corrupt the world and make you afraid. Look what they have done now, these archons, through depriving people of their food stamps, the EBT or whatever. There are riots. There's fear. They are living off of that fear. Now, I would say to you, come on in here, creature. My creature's coming in. Come on. I had to let my rabbit in. I would say to you that do not give them what they want. Do not live in fear. I know you might be worried about how you are going to eat. Do not give them their fear. Instead, throw your heart at the All Father and say, please help, and you will be helped. Now, I've lived what I believe Jesus taught that, about this, do not worry. I believe that was a real teaching because you find it in many philosophies. Worrying doesn't help. How much can you get by worrying? Nothing. Worrying is a chance to respond to fear, learning to control your circumstances through worry, and you cannot. You just generate fear and agitation for yourself. I believe that once you trust in providence of the All-Father, that certainly there will be something there. I have never starved. I've had 8 children. There's always been food on the table. I've been borderline bankruptcy a few times. I've never filed for bankruptcy. There's always been something. I have never given in to the problem of worry. So I wanted to share that with you, that there is providence. There are beings that care for your needs and will do what they can to help you. Let's see. Don't worship the devil. I don't. The devil is equal to Yahweh. Yes, you're right. Yahweh is the devil to me. I'm not sure if there's really many Christian churches that actually do teach. Well, what is Christ's teachings? It's certainly not in the Bible. The Bible has an agenda. There are only 20% of the New Testament is Christ's teachings. That's what we know from biblical scholarship. The rest is the work of people who want to control and manipulate you. I will never bow down to Jesus or any God. F both of them. Yeah. The good Jesus would never require a bow. The warrior God Yahweh wants you to bow down and confess. Jesus, Don, the true Jesus, I would believe, would come over to you and give you a big hug. He's not interested in your bowing down and submission. That's what I believe. Ceridwen is the best goddess. You're right, Pudding. You're right. Accept Ceridwen, Christian fundamentalists. Come to the goddess. Open your hearts. Accept her as your personal maiden mother and crone. Ceridwen won't torment you if you say no. Unlike some of your gods, right? Where's the accent from? Dungeons and Dragons. I was a dungeon master for many, many years, and I just kept talking like this. It never went away. What's the painting behind you? That is my goddess Ceridwen and her cauldron of the hour. She's a wonderful goddess. Amun-Ra is your god? Wonderful. God loves a sinner. Men like to sin. It's a bullshit system. There is no sin. There is no sin. There is no God who is pissed off and loves you at the same time. And that is a fallacy of the church. There is no sin. There is only good and evil. There's no God who's getting pissed off at you all the time and writing it down. That is an evil teaching. Ceridwen is behind me, yes. It is beautiful. You like it. Yeah, she's a wonderful goddess, Ceridwen. Wonderful goddess. Where am I at here? So you sit here and mock it? Yes, it deserves to be mocked. Screw your God. I mocked your God. Your God has no power. Your God is wicked and evil. The All-Father's children do not fear the God of the Bible. We are the universe. Yeah, there are people who believe that we are the universe in a state of realization. This sounds like apostasy. It is. I left the Catholic Church after 30 years. I've left it. No, I'm not a Protestant. I don't want to start a church. I'm not interested in reforming the church. I wish the church would be destroyed. I wore this clergy shirt here to get people in the church, and now I wear it to rescue you from it. It is an evil organization. The Catholic Church is an evil organization. It has all of the history to prove it. The Inquisition, the Crusades, the burning of people alive for believing differently, and they would still do that today. The anti-Semitism, they would still do that today if they could get away with it. But people, as we have evolved, we're like, religion is not a very good thing for us, the way that it's been presented historically. It's been quite evil, religion, and the things that it has caused in the world. Let's see. What is your beliefs? Spiritual entertainment. That is my belief now. Yeah, you're right, Ham. You're right. Good to have you here. Kat, you believe in more between heaven and earth, but I don't follow books like the Bible or Quran. But it is a belief if you see proof in your own life. That's right. If you don't have proof, you're doing make-believe. I would not have anything to do with Ceridwen if she did not reveal herself to me. If your gods do not make themselves known, they are not worthy of your time. And this is the scam in Christianity. They promote blind faith. They have it right in their book. Blessed are those who do not see and believe. They teach you that one day you'll see your gods. You'll experience them. This is a scam. Leave your churches. If you are not taught, Jesus said that when you are born again, you shall see the kingdom of God. If you're not seeing it, your church is not teaching you how to see. Get the hell out of there. You have been scammed, bamboozled. Get a grip. You're an adult with imaginary friends. Yeah, screw you. I don't. You are. I'm not interested in what you have to say about it. My imaginary friends have helped me to become a better person, and no one can take that away from me. Maybe. Do you drink the blood of Christ? No, I don't. Uh, I do not do that. I am an apostate. I am not welcome to the communion at the Catholic Church anymore. You are from the Netherlands. It's good to have you. Our friend Kat here. Good to have you. A good friend from the Netherlands is here with us. A beautiful place, the Netherlands. Very beautiful place. Let's see. So they are saying you have to amount of hours on your EBT. But how are you to work if your kids are whole paychecks growing? Yeah, Paige, I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. This is the great evils of our society. The rich get richer. Yeah, 50 years ago, you could see this increase of greed. Everything becomes more expensive. Everything becomes ridiculous, where you can't even buy a house. It wasn't like that. Human greed. These people at the top, they are trying to enslave you. They are trying to make you afraid. Watch what they're going to do with this problem of riots in the streets because of EBT. They're going to find new ways to enslave you, is what they are going to do. Yeah, I would be considered a socialist, witchy poo. Have you smoked weed? Every day. I don't smoke it. I use gummies, usually in the evening. I have a chronic health condition. So it's opioids in the morning, marijuana in the evening. Since when are you political, Deacon? I am not. I don't get political. But Paige asked a question about the struggles of people in the United States here. This month, the government removed some of the help for people who are less fortunate than others. Yes, I guess I can. Good to see you, truthfully. What do you think about Palestine? I don't think anything about it. That's the work of politicians. Most Jews and Palestinians are friends. It is the people on the top that get you to hate your neighbor. These evil servants of the archons. If you don't vote, you have no right to complain. Yeah, I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm going to vote. I'm going to do a write-in. I'm going to put Caledwin's name in the next election. I'm going to keep voting because I want marijuana to be legal in Florida. So I'm going to write Caledwin's name in. So I'm voting. I have a right to complain. I'm just not going to vote for the two-party system anymore. I'm going to put a write-in. Caledwin for president. What happened to the rapture? You're a wolf in sheep's clothing. Laughing my ass. Get off the internet. Your punishment will be infinitely worse than an unbeliever. I'm not afraid of your God. You see how wicked and evil your God is? He wants to punish me. He wants to destroy me just because I have different ideas about religion. What a wicked God you serve. Fathers don't do that. My kids have all kinds of ideas that I don't approve of. I have 8 children, but I still love them. I'm not going to destroy them for their bad decisions. Not your God. Your God is disgusting. With a clean conscience, I never voted for Trump. Yeah, I would have loved, like a couple of elections ago, Bernie Sanders was my hero. But unfortunately, the archons wanted the lady to disrupt his ascent. You love animals, the pure love of the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, I love animals as well. I have 2 rabbits and a tortoise. And these, what I really enjoy is the understanding in the Bible, for instance. It says in Isaiah chapter 11 that animals will be in the kingdom of God. I believe that animals continue on with us, that they are in a state of evolution, a state of becoming, just as we are. And when we love them, we invite them into this greater mystery that we are experiencing. And when they love us, They invite us into the mystery of what they are. And I believe our pets continue on with us, that they are not just resources. I reject that idea that the world is just a resource and that the beings in it are all optional. I think that is one of the most evilest things in Christianity. And that's why we have an environmental problem, right? Because of the Abrahamic religions. Let's see here. Good to see you. Nice to have you here. How many women? What are you talking about? The team of anti-Yaldabaoth. That's where we're at, yes. Yeah, I appreciate the Gnostic myths. Now, I am not a Gnostic, but there's many good things in the Gnostic mythos that I appreciate. I believe in the archons, for instance. The Apostle Paul believed in the archons. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but of the archons in the high places. Greetings from Sweden. Good to see you, Frida. Good to have you here. We have people from the Netherlands, from Sweden, all over the world here, from Scotland. Tell us where you are from. It's good to have you all here. Would you even have a God without the devil? Well, certainly, because these devils, they are children too. They just have lost their way. In terms of what we find in this world, what we find in terms of evil here, there are no gods or devils. We are the ones responsible. We are more wicked than the devil in some of the evils that we have done in this world. We are responsible for what is in our realm, our dominion. There are no gods or devils here except the ones we bring with us. That is the way I believe that our experience of humanity, our world. There is no evidence of a good God in terms of a sustainer of all things. Look at all of the extinctions. 99% of species is gone. There's all kinds of evil things in this world, disease, cancers. Do these come from a good God? Now, the Christian will say to you, God allows evil to bring good out of it. What kind of God needs evil to bring good? An evil one. I'm going to allow you to be raped and molested today, and I'm going to bring good out of it. That is such bullshit. Christian philosophy is a scam. Let's see here. This is why I like Gnosticism. Abrax does not involve itself in politics. Let anyone's fight. All knees will bow down to not me. Your warrior deity. It has no power over me. When I stand before whatever gods that be, if there is no embrace, I'm going to turn away. I'm not going to bow down to no gods. If I see a God sitting down, like if I see Jesus Christ, for instance, he's sitting down on some throne, I'm going to say, get your ass up. I want my hug. You will love me. I'm not bowing to you. We are children of the All-Father. Children do not bow to their fathers. They embrace them. Yeah, screw your Bible. You haven't met a single annihilationist except myself. It's a rare teaching, I guess. It is. There are those who believe the Bible promotes annihilationism. I think it's a wicked teaching, but there are people who believe it. WTF. Yep, that's what I get all of them. There's over 67 English versions of the Bible. The Bible is a work of editing. Oh, where are we at here? Where are we at? Trying to catch up to your comments and things. A little bit behind, but as a courtesy, I have 3 hours today to be with you. I like and subscribe. I do this every day. Late tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing an interview with a shaman and a druid and a healer who also plays Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to be talking about that tonight. A good friend of mine, a world traveler, named Gabe. He's going to be on tonight. What is your least favorite religion? Well, Christianity. I guess that's why I left, because of all of the evil it has done in the world. Where are we at? What should we believe in? Whatever you want. What is your definition of God? What is my definition of a God? A lover. That is it. A benevolent lover. Have you been to Bala Lake? I'm thinking of stopping by. No, I have not, Borg. I've never even heard of it. Jesus Christ rebuke the spirits confusing you. An exorcism! An exorcism! The demon is coming out. Yo, Gabba Gabba! Oh, thank you. That was the demon from the Yo Gabba Gabba show. I thank you for removing it from me. Only one per show, Christian fundamentalists. If you want to do an exorcism again, come back later tonight. You know, I do this. I mock them because they're so full of shit. They say I have a demon, and they try to rebuke it, and nothing ever happens. These people are full of shit. There's no demons here. This is just a way to try to humiliate another person and to destroy them. What's the painting? That's my goddess Keridwen. Fundamentalist Nick, you never told me if you were one of my parishioners because you knew my name. You never told me how you knew that. Are you stalking me on the internet? What's the dark painting? I am your favorite non-Christian YouTuber. You are my favorite fundamentalist Christian. Repent now, you wolf. No, you repent. In the name of Keridwen, I rebuke you. Get behind me, Christian. Let's see. Loving Father created traps to punish his children. Yeah, no, thank you. Right? People eventually see through the bullshit if they are able to by miracle. D, you are a cultured person. Only cultured people recognize the quality of music that is playing. A father of the church that is pro-cannabis. No, I am not a Christian. I left the Christianity after 30 years. I left the Catholic Church. Cool for now. I dropped using it much, but I got damage 3 tendons. I'm sorry to hear that. You take Percocet? Yeah, I take hydrocodone in the morning and my marijuana at nighttime. I've been doing that for since about 25 years. I am one out of 3 people get addicted. I am not addicted to it. I try to fast from it a few times a month to demonstrate that I am not addicted to it. A parent who can never test their child never cares about their child to see whether, you're a dumbass. I have 8 children. If I did that shit the God in the Bible did, you would call the police on me. If I put a candy bar in the living room and I told the children, you cannot eat this or I will destroy you, scaring the shit out of them, and they happen to eat it, and then I destroy them, you would call the police. Real parents don't do that kind of shit. Unless you're in a cult, like the Duggas, right? You remember the Duggas? They had all of those children. They would put their children on a mat, and starting at 2 years old. They put them on a mat. They put a toy on the outside of the mat. And if the child went outside of the boundary, they would beat their ass. Only evil people do that shit. The God of the Bible is not a good father. He is an evil one. Making rules just to punish you. 666. I hope you never have children mystical like God. I hope you never do. Because if you act like the God of the Bible to your children will hate you. So what about the rapture? That's just more bullshit that people make up about their religion. What is wrong with all of you? What has he said is so bad? I mean, Christ Almighty. Yeah. Let's see here. You saved a snake from a cat. Well, you're a hero. You're a hero. Yeah, cats, they are interesting critters, right? They like to bring all kinds of trophies and leave them on your front doorstep. I had a cat who would do snakes, birds, rabbits. One time I caught it with a live rabbit. No! I saved the rabbit because I am a lover of rabbits. What's up, Boomaguna? No gooning here, unless you... Are you gooning right now as you're watching? I'm glad I cannot see. That's embarrassing. Our pets die and cease to exist. Yeah, screw you. Evil teaching from Christianity. I seem a nice enough person, though. Thank you. You mentioned archons. Are you Gnostic? No, I am not. The Apostle Paul mentions that in the New Testament, that there are powers in high places, right? That is Gnosticism. Then there are things in all mythologies that I use, and I certainly believe in the idea that there are dark powers within our world, controlling us through the corruption that they sow. And I believe that Jesus taught you how to not feed those powers. They want to make you afraid. The problem is these archons are running the Christian church. The only reason why people go to church is because they are scared shitless. You take out hellfire and a pissed off God. Who's going to go to church? No one. Very few people will actually follow Jesus's philosophy because there's not much there. It's all fear. Let's see here. Yeah, animals, we are all part of this web of life. Animals they are not human in their spiritual condition, but they are certainly capable of love. Let's see. Archons, you want to know what an archon is? They are spiritual beings that rule the world through the corruption they sow. Like through our politicians. They sow fear and chaos and war. And through religions, they make you afraid of deities. The God of the Bible, for instance, is an archon. He is a being that will destroy you if you don't do what it says, but will be your best friend if you say yes. Only evil beings operate in that way. Gatekeepers, yes. Souls aren't real. You can't prove that. Latasha, good to see you. Thank you. Have a great day as well. You are in Miami, Florida. And if you ever got a brother in me, Miami is, you're about 4 hours journey from where I am. I'm up here next to Orlando. A good parent disciplines and teaches. They don't torture and condemn or kill, right? Let's see. When I find strange about, according to Catholics, you must be baptized children because that is the only way to get in heaven. Yeah, it is all a scam. It's based on Mark chapter 16:15. It says, "He who believes not and is not baptized is condemned already." It is a big scam. It is a manipulation. It's like, I will only love you if you do these certain things. Real loving fathers, they don't operate in that capacity. For anything to work, you need a yin and a yang. Perhaps. Good to see you, April. Good to have you here with your spiritual entertainment in the morning. Atlantean Empire, Abraxas is the god maker in Gnosticism. All the archons are born and bred by Abraxas, not under direct control. This made them replace it. The idea, how I see the Gnostic myth, is all of these beings participate in the natural order through the top deity. They receive that natural life energy to survive and to sustain themselves. They don't have it by themselves. And by leaving that order, they need to find new ways to receive energy. And that's what fear gives them. Evil entities feed off your fear. That emotion is very powerful. That is how they begin to like, for instance, in possessions. The first thing a demonic entity will do will scare the shit out of you and keep you in a place of fear and get you to a place of despair. Once you enter that state, they got you. Let's see here. Where are we at? Trying to catch up to your comments. I see Inquisitor Bacon is here. Yes, and has come to make sure everything is kosher or not kosher. And Rhonda, good to have you. Good to have Rhonda here. Let's see here. Now, like and subscribe. I do this every day. You can also join. I do this for a living. If you can support me financially, there's a join button over there. You can become a community member. You can buy a small, medium, or large coffee. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can support me every month. And then you can come hang out on our Discord server. Let's see here. Trying to catch up to you. Easier to control people that follow one God than with many temples. Yep, it's all a consolidation. See, the All-Father is not in competition, and the Great Lady. They are not in competition with their children, our older brothers and sisters, the gods, as we call them. They have a purpose. Like, for instance, Jesus said, if you see me, you'll see the Father. That's the same reality with all gods. When I was a Christian, I never met Jesus Christ. Jesus was an archetype of the Father. I met the Father through this presentation of Christ, an archetype. That's what my face to my children is, the face of God, how I love them. Loving my wife, loving me. That is the face of the Great Lady, loving me through my wife. To love her is to love the Great Lady, to love what is God. Their love does not, there's no separation, there's no competition with love. Let's see here. Druids, I practice druidry, yes. I practice druidry. I'm in the order of bards, ovites, and druids. I am just a bard, just a humble bard. That's all I ever want to be. Nothing. I don't want to advance to the top. Being a bard is who I am, and I appreciate having a community in which I can celebrate that ideal. The NPCs have arrived. You just checked 500 child on weekly create parallel channel. Okay. The Bible, it seems, is like it doesn't get any good until you die. Yeah, it's a scam, right? They'll say, oh, it'll be wonderful in the end. It's escapism. Oh, my word. Morning glory. Nice to see you, Rhonda. Hey, you're early today. Yeah, off and on. They don't even know what a daemon is. Yeah, you're talking about in Greek mythology, right? Demons in Christianity are unique, unlike what you have in other cultures. You didn't miss the exorcism this morning. Yeah, you came right on time, right? One per program, Christian fundamentalists. Your demons. I only let one out per show. If you come back later tonight and want to cast another demon out of me, we can work on that then. People come in here and condemn Father Deacon and the rest of us to hell without even knowing us. Yeah, this is the evils of Christian fundamentalism, right? Magic Cat, good to see you. Which version of Christianity do you think is most evil? Catholicism, the church I left. They tell you this thing of control is so deep. Their version of God is always writing down everything what you do and making you pay for everything. That's why they have a purgatory and indulgences. You can pay off your God that is pissed off. God is always pissed off and writing things down. And if you're not obedient to what this God wants through the church teachings, for instance, if you eat a hamburger intentionally on Fridays during Lent, you have committed mortal sin and you will go to hell. That is a great wicked thing. Catholic guilt is one of the most evil and barbaric things that comes out of Catholicism. People always feeling they're insufficient, always afraid, always having to try to make it happen. It is a great evil teaching. There must have been a confusion. I don't know your real name. I thought it was you, Nick, that said my real name the other day. Maybe you were talking to someone else? Or that might have been a different Nick. Why are you wearing a priest outfit? Because I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. There's so many versions of Christianity, right? There's like over 10,000 denominations. Exorcism basically starved and tormented her while her mind was already compromise. What do you make of stories like this? This story as well. One of the most evil and barbaric tales of exorcism is this. I forgot the name of the lady, but the church had asked her. She had an apparition of Mary saying that, I want you to get possessed again by a demon in order to be able to show the world what demon possession is. What kind of gods ask you to do that shit? And the priests and the clergy went along with it. They were taking advantage of this lady's mental illness. It was very, very sad. They have, I forgot the name of the lady, but they had all kinds of audio tapes of her possession and everything. Very, very wicked people in the church. There's a giant cult. So you're talking a place in the British Isles, this Bala Lake. He is trolling you. I do this every day. There's no trolling here. I have conversations with people. You're in a cult. Yes, I am a cult leader, and you can join. Like and subscribe. I've learned from the best cults. The older accept our teachings, he loves you. Yes, tell them. What about the Egyptian children Yahweh killed? Yeah, defend that, Christians. Yeah, when it's no longer a mythology, like the Bible to me is a mythology. When it becomes, this is how God really is, that he kills children. What kind of gods do that? I have to kill your children to prove my point. What kind of gods do that? Now, if it was any other person's religion, you would say it's evil. But because it's yours, you say it is okay. You are sick and deluded, Christians, for accepting that. Man invented religion. God did. Yes, that's true. We are religious beings by nature. It is part of our creativity. Oh, my word. Dope makes you dopey. Yeah. I am the God. You are the God of the Bible. Wonderful. You're smoking pot right now? Good. Wonderful. Honestly, I wouldn't, because I'm not going to judge how you raise your children. Nobody is perfect. Not even God himself. I don't think so. The All-Father's love is very perfect and true. The God of the Bible is a wicked being. Let's see. Eating pasta for breakfast, wonderful. Do rabbits fart? I've never noticed. Who's the lady? That is my goddess, Keredwin. You're having a good time. Well, I'm glad to provide the entertainment resources. Now, I have over 50 people on. If you do this, it brings more people into this conversation that we are having here today. If you wish to, I do this every day. I do it for a living. Fruit of the Looms or Haynes. I go back and forth. Let's see here. He's not reading the chat on YouTube. It takes me a while to get to your comments. Now, I just lost a ton of them, but I apologize. If you had an important comment, just bring it again. There's thousands on here already, and I'm doing my best to get to them. The music reminds you of the Nights of Nine, which is basically just a religious journey to be holy. Yeah, I love that mod. The Knights of the mod. It was a lot of fun. The first quest, hunting down a potion that allows you to go underwater, to go through that, that first quest, you have to go down under the water to get into that temple. That was always a pain in the ass, finding that potion. You own 3 bunnies. Wonderful. You're flying high. Wonderful. Does your wife work, Father? Yes, she works in insurance. She's works for USAA. This is interesting, honestly, yes. I'm glad that you're having a good time. The church is a gathering of believers, nothing else. It can be, but once you start putting a name on it and demanding people to adhere to dogma, it becomes a system of control and manipulation. Yeah, I love Oblivion. Oblivion is my favorite of all of the Elder Scrolls. You believe in Jesus, but I know I'm not living right. Well, that's bullshit. Yeah, you are right. You are wonderful. You make bad decisions, certainly. But God is not against you. The All-Father's love is true and it is wonderful. You are prone to bad decision making, yes. But there's never a time when you are separated from that love. Your decisions sometimes don't allow you to see that love. Like if you are uh, doing things that are evil and inappropriate, you are not going to be able to see that embrace. This is the spirituality, uh, helping you to do the things that you did not do in the past, is a way of seeing, is a way of experiencing, a way of embracing the love of the All Father that is all around you. It is all around you. Let's see, the Mages Guild and the Iliad City. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. As much as I spam, I do enjoy these lives. So wonderful. I'm glad that you are here. You are here. They probably was the Egyptians are pissed off to this day at Christians. No, they're not, because they know it is make-believe. You know, in the Israeli newspaper about 10 years ago, 5 or 10 years ago, they said that there's no archaeological evidence for the Exodus. And how are we going to deal with this as Jewish people? There's not one archaeological find that supports the mythology of the Old Testament. You were raised Christian, but now you are a witch practitioner. What kind of witchcraft do you practice, E? Are you a Wiccan, or do you practice your own version of witchcraft? Are you a part of a coven? How do you practice your witchcraft? You think you know, but I'm saying I am. You are Jesus. What nice to see you. Good to have you here. There's all kinds of deities that come down here for a visit. Let's see. Jesus is the way for you. Caradwin is the way for me. Caradwin and Jesus are friends. Pagan practices was around before Christianity. Yeah, certainly. And the Christians borrowed pagan practices. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but God's love, wholly legit forever. Yeah. Are you from Salem? No, I am not. Pagans were they believed in. Let's see. Can you be a black pagan? Certainly. You can be whatever you want to be. Gray crafts are both dark and light magic. Now, do you summon demons and things? I would be against you. I am against making deals with beings for your own power trip. Now, I did that when I was younger. When I was a teen, I practiced conjuring, and it bit me in the ass. These beings that you conjure, you become under that. They pretend like they are making deals with you to help you. They are there to destroy you. They are not your friends. Get out of that bullshit. Practice good magic. Do not practice dark magic. There's no gray. It is dark. You cannot make up with the light and darkness. You are fooling yourself. You have to get out of that shit before it is too late. You know, I've had to help people in Christianity and out of Christianity. Some of my friends that are pagans, because they did this foolish shit. I had to help free them from these dark powers that have manipulated them. Don't practice dark magic. There are chariots on the bottom of the Red Sea. Yeah, no real archaeologist would accept that. That is Christian archaeologists making shit up. No, the real archaeological community does not accept the chariot wheels at the bottom of the Red Sea. It is so foolish. What's your personal take on the afterlife? There is none. The idea that you have to go to a place, there is no place. It is here. This is the only life. How we experience it after we die is quite something else. There is no place down below or above. It is just another experience of what is already here. You know, for instance, my ancestors call it the other world. The veil is thin right now. The idea of boundaries. The boundaries mark off territories. In order to pass a boundary, you have to have a visa, right? You have to have the right equipment to be able to go beyond the boundary of a place that is right next to you. The idea that it is somewhere else is quite deceiving. That comes from Christianity. They tell you, you will meet God later on, or you'll be going to some other place. This is the only place. Jesus never taught, for instance, that he was going to take you anywhere or take you out of a place. He said, everything is here. The kingdom of God is in your midst. Let's see here. You try to be balanced. Good for you. You're not going. There's no balance in dark magic. There's none. Let's see. Will you sell your soul? No, I don't. I don't sell my soul. Where are we at here? Jesus is here. Where are the trumpets? Where do I go here? You think Europe should return to our pagan roots? They are. I have a friend here that comes on from Iceland, and they tell us that the Norse paganism is coming back strong, that the church is making the exit. Sorry for thinking you meant anything sensible. I should have known you were heading somewhere along those lines the moment you made that statement. Well, too bad for you. You worship the concept of the void. Interesting. I don't make pacts. I do shadow work. Okay, shadow work is different. Dark energy is different. It is not an evil. It is a dark, the shadow within yourself, right? Carl Jung, right? You know, helping people heal, helping people connect to that dark energy, right? Is that like Kedwin here? She's in a dark energy form. That's what you're talking about, not conjuring up dark spirits here. See, I have to, whatever comment you make, I have to run with it. Now I understand what you're talking about. Let's see. To smoke weed or to do what you want to do, to love God, that's true factual love, no lies and pretend. Maybe we live in a simulation run by an AI. Well, the archons, they try to put you in a simulation through their politicians and religious leaders to make you feel that the world is going to shit and that they have the answers. I don't do hexing. Sometimes it's only candle and jar work. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I did that shit when I was younger. And those beings tormented me for many, many years. It's one of the reasons why I joined the church, is how the hell do I deal with these beings? And I learned how to do that. That's one of the Christians are very good exorcists. And, you know, being in there, I learned how to deal with these beings. God's love isn't dark and evil. All right. You are the worst of sinners. There's no sin. There's only good and evil. The sin is a lie created by the church to control and manipulate. It's the oldest psychological trick in the book. You have the problem. We have the answer. These Christians would go to tribes that had their own laws, their own understanding of goodness and truth, and then they come in, they scare the shit out of them, say, you're going to be destroyed by God, you're evil. We have the answer, though. It is a big scam. Abrahamic religions worship the same God. Yeah, the evil God. No demons, no pacts. I stay away from that. Good. How do you know if you have dark powers in your life? I feel there's something dark effing up my day every day. What can I do? Well, for me, there was a real presence. You know, one time it manifested in such a way that it left a mark on my wall. Its own face patterns. It scared the shit out of me. I had to chisel it off. You know, imagine your parents aren't religious. You're 14 years old, and this shit happens. You know, you are scared. You are frightened. What do? You know, there are certainly dark powers. The darkest power, the most evil that happens, is not because of these beings. It's because of us. We choose to see the negativity as a reality. And that's what I would say to you, Justin, you are allowing the effing of the up. Take responsibility for what is going on in here and choose to make your own fate and destiny. You are divine. You have power within you. You are loved. You are whole. You are greater than any darkness in this world. The power of your will is infinite. Learn to utilize your will and rise above the darkness that is all around you. I had to learn that. I had to learn that. And still to this very day, there's darkness. Every day Christians put curses on me. Every day. And I feel those curses beginning to descend. And I quickly do this at them. I feel the negativity. Sometimes I'm like, I feel guilty and I haven't done anything wrong. I know what this is. Screw you. I am wonderful. Good things are in store for me. I haven't done anything wrong. It is a thought that descends. But some people, they feel that because they feel it or think it, it is them. And it is not you. What you are in your core is wonderful and joyful and blessed. These are intruders, and you have to deal with an intruder that comes into your mind by stating the facts and telling it to screw off. One thing that helps, this great Buddhist taught that, thoughts and feelings are like the clouds moving in the sky, coming and going. And what they do to stay anchored is to focus on their breathing, to focus on their breath, to see that is the only true sustainable reality. Because this is like a circus in here, and sometimes like a toilet. You have to learn to flush. Let's see. What are all the reasons that the Most High would pick and choose some of you? Yeah, that's bullshit, right? A father loves all of his children. There is no picking. There is no choosing. You are loved, all of you. Now, in terms of fate and destiny, these are the fathers and mothers, they always have plans for their children. It's learning to work with that plan. A father with their children wants them to have the best thing in life. And you have to learn to work with that plan. And the fact that you're saying this shows you haven't spoken to a Muslim or read the Quran. Yeah, I don't give a shit about it. Now, what I like about Islam is Sufi Islam. I'm not afraid of your God. I don't care about the Quran. I don't believe that Muhammad or the Allah shot arrows in the light in the sky and that's what the stars are. I don't believe the world is flat. I'm not interested in that conversation. I don't believe in the Abrahamic God. Not interested in an astronaut who cannot be my father. That's what Islam's God is. He's not a father. He is not a parent. He's just a creator. And if you don't comply, you will be destroyed. Yeah. F off. A warm super day could warm the body and the soul. It's magical. Let's see here. Where am I at? Trying to get through some of these comments here. Is there only one true God? For me, it's Keradwin. I'm a monotheist. Keradwin only. There are no other gods before her. But there's lots of gods. How I understand is that there's a father and a mother and all of the children. And the gods like Keradwin, big sister. We are all divine. We're just not divine in the way that Big Sister is divine. But we're getting there. We are getting there. Christians don't put curses on people. Yes, they do. Stay on here for a while. I get cursed on here every day. When you tell someone you're going to burn in hell, that is a curse. Ash Wednesday is actually meant to close the third eye. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. It's a siren mermaid? No, it is Keradwin. She is no mermaid. She is the goddess of bards, and I am a bard. She's not a mermaid. She's a lovely lady. You are allowed to practice your witchcraft a little while longer. Well, what are you going to do about it? Your God can't do anything about it. I don't practice witchcraft. I am not a witch. I practice druidry. Uh, the druid druidism is what I practice, and that is it. Nothing else. I'm just a humble bard here, living my journey as a bard. Natalie, good to see our friend Natalie is here. Oh my word! No one is falling for this. There's nothing to fall for. Shalom from Miami. We got two people here from Miami today. Darth, Raven, and Maxwell. Good. Maybe your neighbors there in Miami. I'm up here by Orlando. Don't forget to send that 10% of your income to me. Yes, I'll take it. If you want to send me your income, 10%, I do this for a living. So I appreciate your contributions. It's awesome, isn't it? Where are we at here? I'm thinking of sending 10% of my income to this guy. He rocks. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I do. You don't have to go that far. If you go to the join button over there, just for the price of a cup of coffee, you can support me. Small, medium, or large coffee. You buy that coffee and you can join our Discord server. We have lovely people on there, people that believe in many gods, people who believe in one, and people that don't believe in any gods at all. We are a diverse community where we have a good time. It's spiritual entertainment. It's good to have conversations about spirituality. Religion is a very important thing in our world. Jake, you're a bard yourself. Tell me of your journeys. Tell me of your... my bardic art is comedy. That's why I hang my head up. Telling stories and things. That is my bardic art. I also write poetry as well. But that I do not sing. I do not play instruments. That is my bardic art. Oh, there is our famous cup of coffee with the orange testicles on it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that cup of coffee that you shared with us. Still the Halloween testicles on these things. Let's see here. Yes, tell us, Jake, of your bardic. You are talking about Dungeons and Dragons, right? Jake, I could use your skills if you are not camera shy and that you can get along with other people. Friday evening, I am running a session on here, live, as a form of spiritual entertainment. I just got back into it after 3 years. You'll need a computer, Roll20, and a camera. Cannot be camera shy. You have to be open to role playing. I am looking for another player. So far, the people that want to play, there's always something that does not allow them to. And so I am looking for another player for our Friday game that we are going to have. It's going to be based in the kingdom of Cormia, just after Elminster brought Tirthlandar down upon Mithranor. It is filled with lore and filled with comedy. Let's see here. Jews, Christians, and Muslims worship the same God. They call him Yahweh. Yeah, Yahweh is evil. Oh, where am I at here? Oh, my word. So many comments. Hail Freya. Good to see Ulf here, our Norse pagan friend, always sharing the good wisdom of Freya with the community here. Good to have you here. Where are we at? You are evil. Shut up already. You don't have to be here, Frank. Why are you come on here and bitching? When I see someone has an evil program, I just turn the channel. Why are you shitting your pants? You don't have to. Only God can judge. Yeah, certainly. Let's see here. Jesus is God through God's will. Perhaps. Let's see here. You're a slave? Wonderful. I am not. I am a free person. Do I like runes? Yes, I read runes as well. I do like the runes. I have never learned the tarot or astrology or anything, but the runes for me, I use them all of the time. They are very helpful. I don't have all of them memorized. Like I have like flashcards that help me to discern But every time I use them, they're always accurate. I use them for all my decision making, all of my, seeing where those energies. Now, people have a wrong idea about tarot and runes and astrology. They are not predicting future. There's no fortune telling. It reads the patterns of energies. There is no future. It reads the pattern of energy. You are not. You don't have to ascribe to the pattern. You can change it. You can manipulate it. Knowing the pattern is helpful, so you can flow with it, or learn to change some things about the direction that you're heading. Me personally, you're an atheist, and science explains many things. Yeah. What do you think, Krypton, of Sam Harris? Sam Harris, to me, is a very good atheist. I enjoy listening to him because he is open to the idea of the mystical as part of our human experience. He recognizes the validity of religion in that regard, that it has nothing to do with gods and it has everything to do with ourselves. And so I really appreciate Sam Harris. That is a conversation that needs to be had. I see you have the truck spiral. You talking about my triskelion? Yeah, I wear it to honor my Celtic ancestors because I practice Celtic. Catherine has her own unique triskele. I'd love to have one of those, but they're all small, the ones that I've been able to find. One day I will commission a jeweler to make me a large silver triskelion like my goddess, or one day, when I'm able to afford it. Let's see here. Trying to get there. You like the symbol. Wonderful. Imagine the earth without religion, only spiritual beings. Yeah. As I am, it's why I like what, let's see, I'm trying to read some of it. God evening from Sweden, and have a nice day. Yeah, a lot of people from Sweden today. Good to have you here. Have I read the Bhagavad Gita? Parts of it. In my undergraduate studies, I was part of our studies was in Hinduism, and the Bhagavad Gita was very important. Now, I've done teachings on the Bhagavad Gita in the past, on my sharing some wonderful ideas from it. The Bhagavad Gita is it's kind of like the New Testament of Hinduism. The only reason why is because during the English occupation, the Hindu people felt they needed to be like the Christians, so they came up with they pulled the Bhagavad Gita out of the Mahabharata, this large collection of mythology, and they started saying we have the Trinity too. It is all trying to be like the Christians. Hinduism is very diverse in its mythology. There are no trinities. That is made up. There's so much diversity. There's all kinds of mythologies about how divinities operate. Let's see here. Many countries are secular. They are doing good without religion, yeah. But they wouldn't be there. This idea that religion doesn't contribute to humanity is false. Religion preserves values and good things that are needed in our humanity. We cannot separate ourselves from the religious. Sam Harris knows this. It is part of our humanity, our spiritual side. Wonderful atheist, Sam Harris. Let's see here. No one leaves religion. It's always going to be with us. You got to take this Halloween shit down. You're all carrying it on. Okay, looking for partners. Charles Diesnuts is looking for partners. This isn't the place that you would find them, unfortunately. Religion is just a social contract. No, it is not. Religion is the creativity of our humanity. It is part of our humanity to be religious. It is not a social construct. It is part of what we are. We do things religiously. That's how we operate. It's a part of our humanity. Let's see here. Trying to get through some of these comments here. You like the avatar necklace? Well, that is not an avatar necklace. It's triskelion. Are you a priest? Yes, I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. You have Celtic ancestors as well. You might be interested in Ancestry.com. They are able to determine how much of your ancestors were Celtic. 49% of mine were Gaelic and Welsh Celtic. I thought that was quite fascinating. This was a recent thing on Ancestry.com, that they're able to determine how much Celtic you really are. Arcane Tarot. I do agree on the tarot. It is energy. If I read for an hour, the next could be different, right? Yeah, you have to follow. This is why readings are ongoing, right? Because, one of the things I've tried to do, foolishly, is to divine the lotto numbers. And it just can't be done, because you have all of these energies that are working against one another, all of these wills, all of these desires working against one another, that there's too much chaos in those patterns of energy to allow for an accurate reading of the lotto numbers. So someone who gives you lucky numbers, that is all like people trying to come up with foolishness, making true divination look foolish. Where are we at here? Oh, la, 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 la. You like runes as well? Very nice. Very nice. Let's see here. Trying to get you through your comments here. One time, Father Deacon was attacked with a stallion potion, 12 hours. He suffered. Oh, my word. Yeah. He's talking about someone slipping Viagra into my drink at a party, and I had an erection that lasted 12 hours long, and I had to go to the hospital. It was a wonderful story. In my evening shows, I get real into the comedy. The mornings are quite mellow, and not as much comedy as the evening, because I'm on a different drug at the time. The gummies, they take me into all of these places, right? Why do Hindu gods have half-bred animals? Well, they're not the only ones. Because there's sacredness in animals. That's why. Do you think Odin chooses fallen warriors for Valhalla? No. That is a mythology. Mythology doesn't mean I don't believe in any mythology is accurate. No mythology to me is accurate. Gods are talked about in the mythology, the archetypes. But the stories we tell about them are certain. Valhalla to me is bullshit, because that it is a wicked thing that promotes war and violence and things. These are based on our ancestors' understanding of the world. They were into survival. They were into war. Therefore, they made their gods warriors. Therefore, like Yahweh, for instance, he is any real God that is a father is not like this. And some of the stories that are told by Odin are quite far away from what Odin really is. There are certainly other worlds in terms of the experience of afterlife, in terms of various descriptions of how it will be. I do not believe in a warrior culture. I do not believe my gods, like the Morrigan, is not a war goddess. That is what our ancestors ascribed to our gods. Now, we should not be like our ancestors. Our ancestors were scared shitless, so they would go and get into war just to get into Valhalla. Our ancestors, they were scared. We should not be scared of our gods. We should learn to love them and to be loved by them. If a god cannot do that, don't make them your god. Odin to me is a universal archetype of the All-Father. The Dagda is called All-Father. The Bible God is called Father. It is just an archetype that points to the greater reality. Many of the mythologies, they just point the way. They are not accurate. I know some pagans that are fundamentalists. They'll say, how dare you disrespect the gods? Yeah, well, your God is evil then. Your God is no different to me than the God of the Bible. When the Bible stops being a mythology and becomes the word of God, it makes the God evil. Some of you pagans are fundamentalists, just like the Christians. You take your myths as, this is how the gods are. Yeah, well, F those gods. Yeah, that is evil, some of the shit they done. Zeus going around raping people all the time. When you have mythologies, there's different mythologies about the god, and they don't always agree. These are our ancestors doing their best to try to understand the mystery. Like the Dagda, for instance. All of these mythologies about the Dagda, he's his own uncle and grandpa. Uncle Grandpa, you remember that show on Cartoon Network? Well, that's what he becomes. How do you become your own uncle and grandpa? When you make the mythology real. It is not real. It just points the way. The gods are certainly real, but they're not assholes. Some of them are. And these are the gods you don't want to have anything to do with. Ares, to me, for instance, is Yahweh. Yahweh is an asshole, in my opinion. He is not the All-Father. He's just a big prick that controls and manipulates people. Gods of war, there's no need for war. War is a temporal thing. There are no gods of war. Gods that claim to be gods of war, that's all they do, like Ares and Yahweh. They are evil beings. Let's see here. Let's see. You agree with Nick in the chat? You're taking his side. Wonderful. Yeah, Nick's our favorite Christian fundamentalist. Where are we at here? Oh, my word. Getting to these comments. A voice from within. Pick a street, my boy. All streets lead to the same place. Let's see here. You laughed hard that one day, did you not? Yes, you did. I'm sorry I didn't get to hear your thoughts on Horus. That's a wonderful... Now, Horus, was he not the son of the two gods? And the one god died, and there was some contention with his uncle, right? And trying to take the place. Is that the right mythology? Now, I'm not an expert. So you'll have to educate me on your feelings of Horus. Let's see. Well, right. Not everyone's name is written in the book of life. Yeah, I would burn that book immediately. A need to have a book of life means that your God is a prick, that he's only selecting certain individuals. That's not the way a father works. A father, if I did that to my children, you'd call the police. Like, I'm only going to love this one here. You would call the authorities. Hecate is a wonderful goddess. Now, her mythology, I understand. She is like Sophia, the goddess of land, sea, and air. And that is her designation by Zeus. Hecate is a wonder. Now, I did a show last month about Hecate. I had an experience of her. I don't have any devotion to Hecate. I don't pray to her. I don't offer my heart to her in any form or fashion. But she appeared in a presence during a time of meditation where she revealed her wonder, and at the same time her problems with many of her followers, that they treat her like a prostitute. They're not interested in her as a person. They don't want to be loved by her. They only want what she can give them. How can I give an example? If you're not coming to Hecate, like Ceridwen for me, I don't give a shit if she gives me the hour. She is my goddess. She is much more than what this pot here can give. I want her heart. I want her to have my heart. And that is what Hecate is looking for. But people are taught in witchcraft sometimes, working with the deities, as they call it. That's all bullshit. You are using deities as prostitutes, is what you are doing. Love your deities. Let them love you. Don't use them to get what you want out of them. They are not prostitutes. So I am against abuse of the gods. Hecate is a wonderful goddess. Let's see here. My word. We're all effed up. Yeah, probably. Let's see here. Your roll for initiative. Yes. You are here to confess. Go ahead. Ceridwen will forgive you. Where are we at? Wasn't Adam good and Eve bad? No, that's just... Adam and Eve are not real. They are not real people. They are a mythology to explain why the world is the way it is. They are not real. Let's see here. Trying to get through some. Listen, Adam was one that made the mistake. Yeah, well, there's no mistake. It's all made up. It's a reason why God is punishing everyone. God isn't punishing anyone. This is just the way the world is. It is in a state of chaos. It demands order. And the more we become evolved, the more order we bring to the world. The more we understand our sciences and arts, the more we are able to bring order to the cosmos. Let's see here. Jose is always promoting his pornography on here, calling it the great controversy. Why is my private part so small? We are not interested in it. Let's see. You love apples. Wonderful. You are grateful to know that you are not the only awakened one. Yeah. Yeah. I was awakened 30 years ago. It was a wonderful experience. Let's see. The Christian Bible gets tricked by a snake. Yeah. There's all kinds of strange mythology. Deacon, who are you to say you know better than God does? Because I'm a father. If a father cannot act like me, I don't want them. If a father must destroy his children and hurt them if I did those things, I would certainly be considered evil. That the God of the Bible does. God's ways are our ways. If a God cannot be a normal father and love his children, but must torture them, that is not a real father. It is all bullshit. You have a devotion, your teacher has a devotion to Hecate. Yeah, many people do. Many people in witchcraft, they have a devotion to Hecate. Let's see here. Jose, we're not interested in your pornography. We're not interested in why you have to make a manual to debate your private part size. I think it's inappropriate. You shouldn't justify that. You know, bigger isn't always better, right? Don't be ashamed of yourself. It's how you use your weapon. Don't use it, respect them, right? That is the way. There are a lot of people in witchcraft that they use their gods as whores. I am against that. I think it is inappropriate. They are taught to do that by certain practitioners of witchcraft. The gods want to be loved. They want to love you. The reason why Hecate wants to help you is so that you can make the world better. Let's see. No, I don't use sigils. I don't do any. I don't have altars. I just have relation. The only type of religious structure that I have in my spirituality is in my grove. I have a circle that is cast, and I enter my grove and I just bless the north, south, east, and west as most druids do, and then I go into a state of meditation. I do not do rituals. I do not do anything for Caledwin. I just give her my heart. That is my ritual. Here, take it. My ritual consists of reciting poetry to her, singing to her, because I have this flow of love out of my heart for my goddess. That is it. I don't do anything else. Now, other people do those things. And I did a show on this just the other day because someone asked, how do you worship Caledwin? I don't worship any gods. I just share my heart with them, and they share their heart with me. Now, I'm not against people doing rituals. Now, rituals are very much necessary in communities. Like when I go and meet with my druid friends, there's ritual. We do things in a circle with one another, recite certain things, and so on and so forth. That's appropriate to do. For my own personal devotion, there's nothing greater than my will. All of the things that you do outside of yourself, your spell work, that it starts up here first with your will. Your will, the things that your cauldron, your wands, and so on and so forth, your staffs, they are not greater than your will. They are just tools. And you can learn not to use them at all. And that's where I am in the world. I did rituals for many, many years for myself as a Christian, and it just burned the life out of me. And then I learned that I don't have to do them at all, that I can just utilize my will and manifest in the world what I want to get done. The power of manifestation is a real one. That is the behind the work of spell work, right? You are doing all of these rituals, but the ritual begins in here. You can do all of these rituals and nothing happens if nothing is happening in here. And I try to encourage people to learn to do that. Learn to not use things. Learn to do it in here, and you will see that is the real power. That is the power of, the great Merlin, who I believe went beyond the ritual, who could truly manifest things into reality through the use of the will. Where are we at here? Jose, we're not interested in your pornography, Manu. Okay. So I don't use Sidrus, no. Jesus died for your sins, Tyler, so that let us sin. Yeah. The idea that a God has to die to save you from another God is quite wretched. I don't understand why Christians want it. God bless America and Charlie Kirk. Screw them, all of them. You are using a dead man to make yourself look good. Shame on you. Leave Mr. Kirk and his family alone. You Republicans and evangelical Christians, you are a sick and demented lot, using this man's death to make yourself get better and feel good about yourself. You are sick, sick people here in the United States. Shame on you. Shame on you. Deacon, why should I trust what you say over the creator of the universe? Why should I trust what you say about the creator of the universe? You are giving me secondary resources. You don't have conversations with the creator of the universe. You are making all of this shit up as you go along, just like I am. So why should I believe you? Yes, screw your politics, Mr. Cannabis. Don't call him father or deacon. He is fake. No, I am not fake. I am a high priest of spiritual entertainment. You call me whatever you want. I really don't care. Father Deacon was what they called me when I worked in the church. Now it has become my stage name. That's what it is. It's here to stay. The clergy shirt is here to stay. I used it to get people in the church. Now I'm using it to get them out. Let's see here. You do fire rituals as well. Yeah. Let's see here. I like the way you think because I am the truth. That's right. Where am I at here? The earth was always here. Yeah, I believe that. In the mythology of the book of Genesis, it says that the God begins with the earth that is already there. It has a specific context. It's about temple building. It has nothing to do with the origins of the universe. This is a modern person reading their own scientific ideology into it. Let's see here. Manifesting is the power of the ritual along with the proper steps and uses. Yeah, and I'm telling you, you don't need the steps. You don't need the ritual. Become the ritual. Make your heart your altar. Some people, they are not there yet. They think that because they are doing this, that it will happen the way that they want. All of that shit that are rituals, people made that up. For instance, like the great grimoire that many Wiccans subscribe to. Somebody made that all up, and you are putting value in it, and you are thinking because you follow the formulas that it is so. The formulas, they are subjective. They can be anything. I can make a formula. I could turn this bottle here into a magic wand. I can create words ritualistically. I could draw a picture on my wall of a face and call it a sigil. As long as this power is at work, I can do anything. That's the thing. These things are not greater than what is here. You don't need them, is what I'm saying. And that's hard. It's a hard pill for some people to swallow. It makes you feel good psychologically to do all of these things, right? You feel like you're connected to something when you are following the book. You don't need the book to be connected. That's what I try to teach people. You don't need the book. You don't need an altar. These are all things for people who are beginners. They need the altar. They need the wand. They need the spell book. They need the rituals. When you grow in your maturity of spirituality, you realize you don't need these things anymore. Let's see. Your will is your own. That's right. D&D music begins. Yeah. For my Dungeons and Dragons games, I like to use music from. I got the Baldur's Gate OST, and I use that for like the background music of my games. For my spiritual entertainment here, it is always Oblivion music. It will always. Let's see here. You think Christians denying divinity in the earth is why the Romans thought they were atheists. Yeah. Let's see here. Please don't shame me, man of God. I don't. When I was working in the church, I shamed and manipulated people, countless people, and I am ashamed of doing that. So forgive me for doing that, people in the past, because I was shamed and manipulated. This is Christianity. They scare the shit out of you, and you learn to do the same to others. When you're controlled and manipulated, you do the same. It is a repetitive behavior. We know this from our psychology. Oh, my word. Where are we at here? Oh, Craig, nice to see you. This channel is to intentionally mock Christianity. No, I don't. It is for spiritual entertainment. Now, the only time I mock Christianity is when Christians in the chat appear and demand adherence. I will mock you. I don't want to talk about Christianity at all. I'm having a good conversation with my witch friend here about spell work and things. I enjoy having those kind of conversations about gods and goddesses and mythology. But I don't know why Christian fundamentalists always make their way here. It says druid, spirituality, pagan, goddess, hashtags. I have a goddess behind me as to try to, as a scarecrow to deflect you away. But you come on here and demand adherence to your teachings, and I will mock you. Oh, where are we at here? Good to see you, Flowers. Good to see you. Believing power, building on the mind, physical work, and astral projection. Well, energy manifestation is rooted in quantum physics. Your will can make particles appear. We know this from our sciences. It is the same reality for prayers, for rituals and magic. It is all the same. Where are we at here? Weirdest cutscene ever. Yeah, perhaps. Where are we at? In Revelation, Jesus throws Jezebel onto a bed. I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one. You are a priest. Yes, I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. Keredwin is my goddess, and I am her bard, entertaining you with all forms of spirituality every day. 8 hours a day usually. I am here for you in the evening and at night. I really enjoy doing this. It is a lot of fun, and to get paid for it is quite helpful, because I want to be able to help my family pay the bills. In religious work, I didn't get paid well at all. I get paid more here than I did in the church. A little madness now and then is favored by the wisest. You like waffles. You were here on the waffle night when everyone was making love to the waffles. Yes, so madness, as Alan once would said, you have to go insane to come back to your senses. It's important to do. Formula can be we make them our own. Exactly, yes. It's the intent, yes. I am a demon. Yes, I am. The demon is here. Watch out, Christian fundamentalists. You have been warned. There are devils afoot, all around me, ready to go through your screen, traveling the Wi-Fi connection into your life. Flee before it is too late, before the devils grab a hold of your screen. People in hell will die, not get tortured. So you're an annihilationist. That's still an evil teaching. If I were to annihilate my children for not agreeing with me, what would that make me? Evil. You have an evil God, Nick. I hope one day you're able to see it as I did. And that's why I left Christianity. After 30 years, I left. I am blocked. Good. No devils will get you now, Christian fundamentalists. You did the right thing by blocking me. Rituals are just a way to communicate with the subconscious. Yes. Conscious intent, they are necessary, but can be helpful psychologically. Yes, certainly. And you know that as a practitioner of Reiki, right? You don't need the crystals, right? I remember you told that to me, right? You just use your hands, right, to transfer the energy. But some people, they need the crystals as a way to express their reality. Some people who don't have an inner monologue. What if my sigils summon stuff? Then run. Oh, where we at? Yes, no wands, but I do record my recipes and steps I take. Yeah, I'm not saying that you are wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm just expressing my experience. What you do is wonderful, right? I don't want to have that understanding. I'm just saying in my personal experience, that's where I have found myself, and I try to share that with others to see if that's where that will take them as well. But I have no problem with the way you want to express your spirituality, and I'm not condemning you or anyone else. I'm not trying to feel like I am the superior person here. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. I'm not always right. Geishu must reverse. Right? Starboy, good to see you. You can make your water bottle into a magic wand, but it won't do magic. That's just silly. You don't know that. You can't prove that. You make the wand, like in certain levels of druidry, you get a staff or a wand. You go get that from a tree, and through ritual, you make it into what it's supposed to be. I can ritualistically make anything into a tool for magic. What faith am I, Shauna? I am of the faith of spiritual entertainment. That is my faith. Where am I at? I speak to the chat. I get to it eventually. There's thousands of comments on here. I'm just trying to do my best to have conversation with people. We all know what they say about Catholic priests. Well, I'm not a Catholic priest. I left the Catholic Church. I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. Let's see here. Worship is an illusion. No gods require worship. That's right. If you are forced to worship, your God is an evil entity. Only evil entities demand worship. Good God. Kerridwen doesn't care about anything she just wants my heart. That's it. I don't have to do anything. She gave me her heart first. Where are we at here? Oh, my word. I'm towards anything can be magical like a lucky charm as long as you believe in it, yes. It is just a focal point for what is inside of you. Like people who are afraid of devils, they'll put crosses on their walls and things. The cross doesn't scare away the devil, it's you. You are the one the devil fears, not your holy waters, not your rituals, not your salt or your sage. It is you they fear. And you use those things to manifest your belief. You don't need any of that stuff to defeat a demon. You just need to know what you are. You are a divine child. They are afraid of you. They don't want you to realize that you have all the power of the universe at your disposal. You are a son of the All-Father, or a daughter of the All-Father, and the Great Lady. That is what you are. Yeah, you're right, Rhonda. You're right. You like the ugly dog picture. Who has got an ugly dog picture? Oh, Mark does. And your money. Always need your money. Yes, of course I need your money. I do this for a living. I did it for free, and I would do it. I still do it. I enjoy doing this. I do it even more because I'm paid. I used to just do it once a day, only certain days of the week. But now I do it for a living. I do it more. So your payment, it helps me to want to work harder for you and entertaining you. This is a 40-hour-a-week job, sometimes more. That's how much effort in it. Like the Friday night, we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons. I have put at least 6 hours of my own effort into the first session, which lasts only 2.5 hours long. I got 4 hours probably left to go. Each session, I put 10 hours of my own creativity into providing a world for people to experience. And I hope to find my other player for Friday. I really need one. The placebo effect. Yes, Oak and Hermit. You understand the concept, right? Deacon, Jesus wants my heart. Jesus has my heart. I don't have a problem with Jesus. Jesus is wonderful. But your problem is I'm not doing Jesus your way, and therefore I'm excluded. The good Jesus doesn't exclude anyone, even if you have the wrong ideas. Your Jesus will exclude you. He that believeth not is condemned already. That's an evil Christ. Where are we at here? You were referring to religion. They need your money. Yeah, I need your money too. Debella is your favorite goddess. Talos saves. Accept Talos as your personal Lord and Savior. Join the rebellion. We must stop these evil pointy ears, people trying to rob the culture of Skyrim, of the Nordic people. They must stop this. Join, go to Windhelm and enjoy. Good to see you, Gus. Settle an argument, pleasuring another man with a socked foot one time doesn't make a person gay, right? No, that makes you an entertainer. Jeez. Do you enjoy honey wine? No, I do not. My wine is, the wine that I enjoy is Bardic. That is my favorite wine. Yeah, it just the quality of the mixture of the three grapes that they bring into it just is so delightful. There's a store near me. When I do drink wine, I go there to get. It is quite expensive though, but affordable. It's only like $20 to $30 a bottle. Comos de Tastes is my favorite. Let's see here. Whoever wrote the book of John said that. Before that, Jesus didn't equate himself with God. Yeah, John was written much later than the other Gospels. And that time, they were making Jesus into a deity. I don't have a problem with Jesus being a deity, but not the only one. I don't believe that at all. We are all deities. He realized it and taught people how to become divine. I believe that. D&D is the real world. We all go there once to die. Yeah. You like the dragons, not so much the dungeons. Yeah. There's a lot of creativity. My favorite is Tiamat, this chaotic being who was thrown out of the hells. A wonderful creature. Where are we at here? You ordered the Book of Wisdom. Anyone read it? Which book is that? If Jesus died for our sins, then our sins are forgiven. Yep, we don't have to believe in anything, if that's the case, right? But that's not the narrative they give you. I am doomed for hell, even though Jesus has already saved me from the evil God above, right? Hail Talos. What is Bardo? I'll have to look into the bards. You talking about what a bard is? A bard. These are the people who we get our myths from. They're in all cultures. They are the ones that preserve the culture of our humanity. They are the storytellers, the myth weavers. They are the entertainers. And they come in many different shapes and sizes. And among my ancestors, they were called bards. And they had a very important place to play in Celtic society. And I, continuing in this tradition as an entertainer, this is my bardic work here, to enlighten, to inspire, to encourage through my talents that Ceridwen manifests through, supplying all of the inspiration to the work that I do. The wood elves are far more interesting, quite the impact. Perhaps they have their own uniqueness, right? The wood elf. God help you, heal you. Wonderful star boy. Jesus died for your mortgages. Only if that was true, right? Where are we at here? I think you are a very reasonable, open-minded person and very pleasant. Thank you. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. Every day, E. Every day I do this. Hey, Father Deacon, I love your videos. You are my favorite gay streamer. Thanks for helping you be true to yourself. You are welcome. You are welcome. I get whatever you want me to be, I will be that for you. You want me to be gay? I don't have a problem with gay people, so it's not a big deal to me. Technologies will be the best. Bards pass stories down via music and stories, yes. And my bardic work is based in what I'm doing here, spirituality and comedy. More so in the evening, there's the comedy. And this is just a level-headed experience of conversation about spiritual things. Bardstown, Kentucky. Oh, my word. There's many gods in the Old Testament. A book that was written 2,000 years ago that thought the earth was a crystal dome with ferment. A book that was thought they could breed cattle by using strips of tree bark, and where donkeys could talk, right? It's just a mythology. I don't have the problem with the Bible as a mythology. It's when it becomes, this is how God really is. These are true stories. That's when it becomes a crock of shit that is used to manipulate people into a narrative. You got level 20 strength stat? My word. Your father was gay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Only the Abrahamic religions, they are the ones that don't like gay people. But gay people have been here forever. Father, will you be self-hating gay for me? I know you. I will unblock you, Steve, on my Grindr account. I will let you back into the conversation there. Lilith, there's different mythologies of Lilith. There's a dark mythology and a positive mythology. Shaman, your opinion. Shamanism is a part of my tradition of druidry. It is something that we are taught and encouraged to do. My type of shamanism that I practice is comedy. If you are here in the evening, many of you have experienced, I entered altered states of consciousness to help bring people into a place of humor, to help people experience laughter. That is my form of shamanism, which is not common. That is what I practice in my shamanism, is going to these places and bringing you on this journey. For me, laughter is an experience of the divine. And that's often left out of the equation. Everyone's serious. But laughter is the sister of wisdom. It opens you up to many things. It is healing. And I am a healer through the laughter that I bring to people in my work, my bardic work here. There's quite a diversity in terms of shamanism. There's all kinds of ways. You like Steve Date? You can hit him up on Grindr. You like the Similarian? Yeah, I have never read it. To all Christian fundamentalists, who is the devil in your life? What is your enemy? Brittany, you think I am very wise. Thank you. I appreciate you, Brittany, very much. You like Lilith, she's your mommy. Kiki, you like Lilith as well. Yeah, there's different legends and mythologies that speak of this Lilith person. D&D, I would be a farm girl that learned healing to help, or sorry, I run it slow, so I hope the late healer is okay. Yeah, that's wonderful. There's all kinds of things you can do in D&D, right? You enjoy shamanistic ways. Duality is in all religion and mythology. Yes, there's a lot of duality in our mythologies, but it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. One of the things that you'll find that is not dualistic is Hermeticism. There's only one reality. I appreciate that. That has influenced my way of thinking. Zach, you like mushrooms? So do I. Mushrooms have allowed me to heal myself. Lilith is the main spirit you pray to, but don't tell God about that. Oh, wonderful. Let's see. No common shaman here. Comedy is a way of good medicine, so that helps others. So yes, good way of shaman, yeah. Where are we at here? Where are we at? I'm trying to catch up, trying to get through your comments and things, having a good time here. Yeah, tonight, if you are here, I'm going to be, the person who I'm interviewing is a shaman and also a druid. Druidry and shaman, and they are hand in hand. It is part of the druidic tradition. That's at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is quite late for some people. Your DMs are open in Grindr? Yeah. All right, well, I'll respond to you on there. Just stop sending me pictures of your private parts. You have to take me out to dinner first before you show me anything. What's going on here? I don't know. Who are you? I just stumbled upon this, and I think you are awesome. The goddess has brought you here. That is what has happened to you. The goddess just draws people into this experience of spiritual entertainment. So I appreciate you being here. Let's see here. You're an avid follower of Hermeticism, so you understand. You know, as a Christian, I was introduced to Hermeticism, and it made more sense of the universe and understanding realities and looking for the alchemical vessel is the earth, right? You know, bringing the two things and finding harmony, the yin and the yang. You know, there's so much spirituality around us if we learn to enter the harmony and we find the connections. You know, there's a reason why there's a sun and moon. There's a reason why there is a man and a woman. There are harmonies here that reveal the deeper meaning of the universe. Let's see here. Father Deacon, what is the best shamanism you would recommend for beginners? Well, I can't. I stumbled into shamanism by accident. You know, I watched different things and read different things about the practice, and it never sunk in. And my runes told me just to wait, and the way would be shown to me. Because some people are able to, through shamanism, enter the experience of animals. You know, you have that in druidry. People that have spirit guides and things. You know, I've tried to practice it, but nothing, there was no fruit. And then realizing on accident, you know, that what I've been doing is shamanistic, entering these altered states of consciousness that I find myself in some of my evening shows is shamanism. Bringing these people on a journey with me where they are laughing their asses off. Some of you know, you are here in the evening. You always laugh your ass off, right? That is an experience of spirituality. Let's see here. You visited Isaac in hell. Wow. Your daughter is named Lilith. I made that sigil, was dedicated to Lilith at the time. I put a gold king cake out in the offering. I became pregnant through daily control and Plan B. Well, wonderful, Brittany, that you're able to share. Yeah, there's a positive Lilith and there's a negative Lilith mythology, right? A lot of people who seek feminine empowerment, right? They turn to this Lilith archetype to find that for themselves. Shaman on you crazy time. Have a lovely day. Take care, E. Glad you are here to experience your spiritual entertainment. Is it okay for a Muslim to convert to Catholic? Not if you live in Saudi Arabia. You will get destroyed, right? Now, in the United States, it's no big deal. But in certain places in the United Kingdom, where the Muslims have taken over, with their Muslim police forces and things, no. The Europe is becoming more and more less free. I don't have a problem with certain aspects of Islam, like I appreciate Sufi Islam, but the laws and things, they are destroying the world as we know it. There's so much violence that comes out of these laws and things that are affecting people's cultures. They are destroying them. Unlike most people in Europe, the Muslims are smart. They continue to breed. Most people in Europe, they have stopped the breeding. They have lost the spirituality of their sexuality and seeing that their children are an extensions of their spiritual experience. They are just offspring. So they don't want any more offspring. So that's what the Muslims, they will breed you out of existence. And that's what they are doing in Europe. You want to stop the Islam? Start having children again. And that's how you would stop it. Let's see here. A late healer trying to help keep up slow running. It's okay. You get an amulet and you'll be able to increase your movement speed to 35. I effing love you. You are the best. Thank you, Kiki. Star Nova. Appreciate you being. Like and subscribe. If I do this, I do this every day. Spiritual entertainment. Like and subscribe. You can also support me. There's a join button over there for a small, medium, or large size of coffee. Just for the price of a cup of coffee, you can support what I do. And you can hang out with us on Discord. We have a wonderful community over there of people who believe in many gods, one God, and no gods at all. It is a place of diversity, a safe place to have discussions, to have a good time. You can also get access to my OnlyFans page, where I go out skyclad and worship my goddess. My neighbors took a bunch of pictures, and I was able to get them off the police website. And so I put them up on my OnlyFans for your pleasure. Where are we at here? No one can answer the Christian fundamental. Yeah, I try to ignore some of them. The Book of Mormon has its own dictionary in the back page. You find it funny, those religious comic books. Yeah, they're interesting, right? They are interesting. It hurts to breathe in hell. Yeah, chat. Yeah, you just Googled it. Oh, my word. Please hang on. I have to go get the bandages. Oh, I know you're not a Christian, but I do like reading the Psalms in the Bible. Yeah, I have no problem. There's some wonderful stuff. I was a Christian for 30 years, and I took all of the good stuff with me. The Christianity has some really good things in it for the world. Paganism, as we know it, has been influenced by Christianity. All of your gods are your personal Lord and Saviors, right? You don't worship the gods like the ancestors do you? They were scared shitless of the gods. That's because of Christianity. That's a good thing, that we are not afraid of our gods anymore, that we can love them and they can love us. That is a good thing. Shamanism, you can look into the history of Mesopotamia and Sumerian cultures and the Celtic culture. Yeah, there's all kinds of resources to learn about shamanism. Yeah. Where are we at here? Let's see here. There's a large history of shamanism. Yeah, certainly. Oh, where am I at here? Paganism has many shamans. Certainly, it has great value. All religious traditions come out of shamanism. Christ to me was a shaman. He spit on pieces of mud, put it on people's eyes. He did shamanistic things. I know there's more to life after death. What is truly, you cannot tell because words cannot describe. It's beautiful. But you as a hermeticist, that beauty begins now. It gets better after you are able to go beyond boundaries that you could not begin before. But don't, my friend Raz Rose, Don't wait till you die. Learn to enter that mystery now. It is there for you right now, if you wished it. Even the ancestors, they have to grow in the mystery as well. You can enter that state of after death as an infant. You still have to grow. The gods, they grow. We are all in a state of becoming, and this is going to be forever and ever and ever. Forever growing in our creativity. There's always going to be a cosmos. There's always going to be love. There's always going to be gods. It's a wonderful adventure. The best feeling you will ever feel, right? Who first came up with the idea of the Trinity? The Celtic people. Before the Christians got their hands on Trinity, my ancestors already had this triskelion. The father, mother, child was the idea of Trinity. I was Catholic, Brittany. I was a minister in the Ruthenian Greek Catholic Church. The Ruthenian Church is a Catholic church that was once Orthodox, that came into communion with the Church of Rome. That is where I left. There's some beautiful things in that tradition, but I couldn't do it anymore. And I left just over a month ago. I had left the church because I had an accident, and I said, I don't want to go back. And they found out about what I do here on the channel, many of my parishioners, and they've renounced me. All of these people, these good Christian people, said they were my friends and they love me. They haven't even called me. They haven't said, what's wrong? I'd like to talk to you. They just, told me to screw off in their own way. Talk about hypocrisy. Talk about bullshit. That's Christianity for you. They only love those who are like them. When you are different, you are the enemy. I could just be a lost soul for all they know. Or could have took just one of them to bring me dinner to my house, say, let's have a talk about your experiences. They could have won me back, maybe. But no, because they have been taught to fear people who are different, they reproduce that sense of fear. When you're controlled and manipulated, you will do the same to others. I'm glad that you know me. Wonderful. I'm glad that you're here. I love having these conversations. You love the saints. Yeah, I do too. I like how the Roman Church stole my gods of my ancestors, like Saint Bridget. She's a goddess. And they took her feast day. They took her symbols. Oh, now she is a Roman Catholic saint. Where are we at here? Let's see here. I get so far behind these comments. Oh, my word. I got about another 50 minutes or so before I have to head out. Quakers get together just to sit in silence. That's an interesting tradition. Yeah, I like that. I'm pretty much. I would become a Quaker if I ever went back. Let's see. Indigenous Americans have beautiful ceremonies led by wise shamans. Certainly. It does begin now, but I never realized it until I kissed death. Yeah. Let's see here. Brian, good to see you. You have come. The Celtic chieftain Brian is here. You have changed your image. I wasn't able to recognize you, but now I could see your name there. Yahweh is the devil. It's obvious. Certainly. Yeah. Brian also left his church recently on the path to ministry because his church, Yahweh and Jesus are the same. He figured it out like I did. He helped me too. Some of his insight helped me to see because I started doing my broadcasts when I was a Christian, when I worked in the church. And Brian, thank you. Thank you for helping me to see the evils of Yahweh's, our Celtic chieftain Brian. You are a Rosicrucian. You work towards connecting with the divine. Yeah. God is on the fourth dimension. Perhaps. Where are we at here? Ancient moths were found in Maine. Yeah, all over the United States, we have, these ancestral mounds and things. They are certainly there. The most interesting one is the one in Ohio, the Serpent Mound. I think that is quite fascinating. All of our ancestors, they were able to align the heavens and earth together with all of their sacred geometry. We have lost the ability to do that. There's a reason why when you go to places like Stonehenge, that you enter a state of wonder, even if you're not religious, is because our ancestors knew the secret of uniting heaven and earth. Do Christians fart in heaven? Did Jesus fart? Yeah. Some people don't believe that, right? What time did you say you were interviewing tonight? New sub, instant fan. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be my interview with my druid and shaman friend, who also loves Dungeons and Dragons. It's usually I don't do shows that late, but that's when they were getting off work, so that's when that will be tonight. Let's see here. You weren't speaking about me, Brittany. Thank you. See, when I see comments, I just take them and run. I don't know. This is a one-way conversation most of the time. So if I have took your comment to another level unintentionally, I apologize. Are you a real priest? Yes, I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. Certainly. Heaven and hell is a place in their heart. Yeah, for some people. You are welcome, Brittany. You are welcome. Clown world, yes. There's nothing wrong with you. I don't think so. I lovingly renounce you, but I am hurt. Oh, my word. You want the Jedi Bible. Now, interesting enough, over in the United Kingdom, they have a Jedi temple. People who see George Lucas's mythology, the archetypes in them, they try to live that out. They have Jedi Knight ceremonies. It's quite interesting. It is interesting what people can do with the mythology. Brian, may you have Christ in your heart every morning, though the day before you go bed, Christ with you. Is this some type of sexual invitation? Bedding with Christ? Is that what you're saying? I don't bed with my deities. Let's see. No point in trying to change your degenerate ways, bro. Yeah, we'll leave. If you don't like it, you don't have to stay. I don't know why Christians always come on here and bitch and moan all the time and shit their pants. You can just leave. You don't have to be here. I don't understand why you do that. I've seen your face here other days. What are you trying to accomplish? Just becoming a bitch? Is that what you're doing? It's working. It's working. Oh, my word. Let's see here. Religion is a cult and destroys human. No, religion is part of our humanity. You are in a cult, sir. You were once perhaps influenced by Christian fundamentalism, and you took that influence, and now you're an atheist doing the same thing they're doing, with your bitching and whining, looking for religious channels. You don't see Richard Dawkins going to religious channels and bitching and whining about it. Only fundamentalist atheists. Now, I have good relationships with atheists and secular humanists. I enjoy listening to Richard Dawkins, for instance, and others. And people on here, there are atheists on here and atheists on my Discord. We have good relationships. We're able to have a civil conversation. But not fundamentalist atheists. You're a bunch of whiny bitches, always going on people's religious channel. You're very insecure in your belief. You say you are not religious, but you're doing exactly what religious people do. You are trying to do your religious apologetics and evangelization. Go out into all the world and be a bitch. That's how I see you. You found that thoughts are bigger than heaven. Oh, my word. My word. I'm sending you all the love and hope. Embrace it. Thank you. I accept your energy. I appreciate you being here. Jesus is God. Were you religious in the movie? Caledwin is all I need. I don't need anyone else. Her and Jesus are friends. Caledwin is all I need. I'm a monotheist. Only Caledwin. Spiritual hugs. Thank you. Manny, good to see you again. Good to see you. Our friend from Arizona, getting up in the morning here, being spiritually entertained. You stopped practicing religion when when you dug into history. You can never stop practicing religion. We are religious beings. What I really appreciate is Sam Harris. He's a outspoken atheist, but he understands the mystical. He understands that as part of he doesn't attribute it to any type of deities. He sees the mystery of our humanity as having a mystical element. That's a conversation that needs to be had. Keradwin is the way, the truth, and the cauldron for me. You are a talker and a liar, and you don't have to be here. I don't understand you fundamentalists. You don't have to be here. You see, there's a goddess behind me. This is a goddess zone. There's goddesses here. Why are you here bitching? I don't go into your churches and start shitting my pants. Where are we at here? Good energy to everyone. Wonder. Man and woman are God. Yeah, I believe that. That I believe in an all-father and a great lady. Yeah. We are all children here. Chris, be with you. Thank you. Where are we at here? Imagine running around heaven, leaving silent but deadly flagellation all over. Yeah. Americans can't even tell time on a digital dial clock. Forget navigating using the stars, right? Yeah. I don't think any of my children, I have 8 children, have ever learned the clock. It's all digital, right? We are so lazy. Your mother believes in gods built Stonehenge and pyramids. I believe my ancestors, who are now gods, certainly built Stonehenge. Perhaps giant folk. There's all kinds of theories that I'm open to. I don't think of gods as separated from us. There's a father and a mother and then all the children, and we are on the bottom of the family. Keradwin was an ancestor. Now, through apotheosis, she is a divine reality. This is our destiny. We are not separated from it. If I decided to become my own, we're all divine. It isn't. You just have to learn it and realize it. By not seeing it, you don't see the world as you should. We are in a spiritual place. This world is spiritual. When you realize that you're spiritual, things will look different. Trees will come to alive. Animals will speak to you. There's all kinds of mystery all around us. You read from the Torah to the Hadith. Wonderful. Blessed be. Yes, James. Blessed be. Goddess. Are you really a lonely psychopath priest? Oh, I'm not lonely. I have been married 26 years. I have 8 children. I'm living a wonderful life with my goddess Keradwin. You believe the problem with organized religion is they embrace blind faith without ever looking to history or comparative religion. Yeah, that's the big scam. That they tell you you will be rewarded for being ignorant. Yeah, and so they do this play acting. And sometimes people get out of that. Christianity does this, right? Christianity has made more atheists and pagans than any other religion in the world. They were the first nation, mega cities, places like Alabama. Yeah, they have all of those mounds and things, right? You have the Jedi and Sith books, Grey Jedi books as well. Yeah, it's a wonderful mythology, right? You should go join the Jedi Temple. You'd like it. Oh, my word. Where am I at here? You only find God when you go within. It's all there. It's all there. The Lord loves you. The Lord is your rock, fortress and deliverer. Wonderful. Keradwin is all I need. All I need is a cauldron. That's it. What's happening? Christian love? Keradwin love. Keradwin love here. D&D question. Do you allow to lay the dragon or just slay the dragon? You can go both ways. Bards in Dungeons & Dragons, you always want to make love to the dragons. And we can make that work. We can make that work. Oh, my creature wants to come in here. Come on in here, beast. My rabbit's scratching it. You going to come in? I'm going to shut the door. Come in. All right. I got to let my rabbit in. Yeah, I've been in plenty of games where the bard wants to have a one-night stand with the dragon. And we can make that work. Sometimes you get eaten alive and you don't make it, right? So some dragons aren't into humans. Your wife thinks you're a god sometimes. Well, I can't repeat that. You're going beyond my monetization. It sounds like your security on your faith. Of course, I am secure, yes. If I wasn't experiencing anything, I would certainly be an atheist. There's no reason to pretend. If you don't experience God in your religion, leave it. Become an atheist. Leave the door open for like Alex O'Connor. Yeah, he was an atheist. Now he is agnostic. He has left the door open. When you leave the door open from the gods, they show up. I tell people, don't seek gods. Let them come to you. Celadun would not be in my life had she not made herself known. Because I used to just put this image behind me just to piss off Christians. And then she started showing up. I said, well, let's work together. I want to be the greatest bard in the land. I have made thousands of people every day get to meet Celadun in some way. Each a heart out Taliesin. D&D, I answer that. Do you think it's evil that priests are sexualizing children? Of course. Why would that not be evil? There are teachers doing that. There are politicians. Perverts are all over. The problem in the Catholic Church, being the biggest religion in the world, is their evil cover-ups that they did. Now, I will share a story that's very personal to me. There was somebody who started coming to my church that was looking at my kids, and I had made it known to the presbyter there. And he turned out to be someone who was formerly accused but was acquitted by the Vatican. And you know what the priest at my church told me? Sit with your family in the back, and I will keep an eye on them. That was so hurtful to my family. We did that for 2 years, and then I decided to leave, and then he got rid of him. You see how evil this shit is? That's what I should have done a better job. I know that. But I was brainwashed into the religious structure. I wanted to remain in it. I wanted to serve. And to challenge it would have got me kicked out. I did the wrong thing, and I apologize to my family for having them. We should have moved our asses out of there. All they did was my son comes up to me and goes, there's this man staring at me. I want to kick his ass. I go, who was it? And then I talked to the presbyter about it, and it was one of his buddies. You know, this is how evil the church is. They cover up these people. You're welcome. You needed that laugh. All right. You don't take the phone to the bathroom chat. Yeah, people do that now. I shared last night when World of Warcraft came out. Everyone had like a bucket next to them. They were shitting in the buckets and things. But now that we have laptops and things, everyone can go to the toilet while they're playing World of Warcraft. Father Deacon's been explaining to fundamentalists, calling people demons. Yeah, they're always doing this to me. False prophets, yep, so on and so forth. They have no interest in me as a person and surely trying to convert me. They only feel their self-righteous indignation, calling me false prophet because I have different ideas, telling me I have a demon. They're not doing the work of their Christ. They are doing the work of their own egos. They are making themselves feel righteous when they have no real spirituality at all. Let's see. What people don't realize is that in which they hate directly related to inside of themselves. Yeah, you can't separate that experience, right? Thank you, Darth Raven. How do you feel about the 12-point star symbol? It's wonderful. It is a symbol that my ancestors, in the druids that I associate with, they use it for magical ritual and things. The pentacle, as it is called. It is a symbol to utilize your will and things. Let's see here. Is the goddess zone much like the danger zone? For fundamentalists, right? They are afraid of the goddess. I was hoping that when they would see the goddess, they would leave, but they stay here and bitch and things. Let's see here. Daniel, good to see you. What does the Bible mean by living sacrifice? What do you think about it? Any God who needs sacrifices, you should tell him to F off. I am not sacrificing to no gods. I will offer my heart. That is it. A God who needs to be appeased is not your friend. That's how our ancestors understood the world. And the Hebrews were no different. I do look forward to hearing your channel. Thank you, Manny. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Alex O'Connor is wonderful. Yeah. This is like back in, I don't know, maybe it was in March. I listened to Alex O'Connor talking to William Lane Craig. And that conversation began my exit out of Christianity. Hearing this, Alex putting the question, what about God instructing people to kill children? And this evil William Lane Craig, you know what, Alex? All of those children went to hell, or heaven. He said heaven. And I'm like, what kind of bullshit is this? What kind of God does this evil shit? So thank you, Alex, for beginning my journey out of Christianity. You know, when I heard that, I'm like, I began to question. I began to look into biblical scholarship even more. And I'm like, this is just some evil shit here. What kind of God's do this? This is no father. I am a father. I have 8 children. I would never treat my children the way the God of the Bible treats his children. There's no excuse for it. If it's just a mythology, fine. You can navigate around it, you know, but they make it, this is how God really is, and they make excuses for it. William Lane Craig is an evil person to me for defending an evil God. Very immoral. Let's see here. What are you going to... when are you going against the big bad? Are you able to ask them if they want to cook? Yeah, if you have a high charisma skill, you can always do things like that, right? Let's see here. Good to see you. Hey, is Sophie mad at me? No one's mad at you. You always come on here, philosopher, in a state of fear. You need to stop doing that to yourself. The dragons just like their own space. The fake priest, Uncle Ted here, calling me fake. I am quite real. I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. God is great, undefeated. Yeah, what an evil God who has to defeat people. This is the saddest stream I've seen in a while. Well, get the hell out of here, crybaby. If you're crying about it, leave. I don't know why you're making yourself, tormenting yourself. Why stay and bitch about it? I just don't get it. Let's see here. I do not sprechen Deutsch. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? No, I do not. The mother goddess, I need confirmation. No, I'm not going to give it to you. You have to get that confirmation for yourself. And you're not going to get it by thinking that you're always in the wrong, that you're always doing things wrong. You must change your mentality. It is inappropriate. It is Christian, is what you're doing. Oh, my word. Stop cussing us uncommon sense boy, yes. Where am I at here? There's Iceland. Our friend from Iceland is here, who I cannot pronounce their name. I just call them Iceland. As a rape victim, I think it's borderline psychotic how those kind of priests are allowed to be in churches. Yes, that's sick. One of the most evilest things in the Bible is you have to, people who are raped, you must marry your rapist. That's a law in Deuteronomy, right? And also the fact that in Isaiah chapter 13, God raises up a nation to destroy the Babylonians and says they're going to rape your women. What kind of God does that? Could you imagine that being a rape victim, reading that one of the laws of God was to marry your rapist? You know, how horrible of a religion is this? But women in the Old Testament, you are 2/3 the value of a man. That was the law. So you are considered property. That's what it was. The idea of marrying your rapist, it's because you're property. That rapist would have to pay your father the money. What evil shit. What kind of God does that? The commandments are supposed to be good laws, right? Why can't he make commandments that are good about let's not promote rape, or other laws, right? It's all a scam. It's all a scam. Good to see you, Space. Where are we at here? Let's see here. Yeah, it's all about Ceridwen. Ceridwen is here. Keep thy religion to yourself. Don't try to convert people here. Yeah, it's rude, isn't it? Coming on here, copying and pasting your scriptures and stuff. Not interested. When I say I'm not interested and you keep doing it over and over again and returning over and over again, what does that say about you as a human being? That you're just an asshole. Let's see. Out of sheer curiosity, where do you live? What country? I'm thinking of leaving I live in the United States. I live in Florida. I'm stuck here. I don't have the resources to leave. Anywhere you go, there's nowhere safe. The politicians, these servants of the archons, there's nowhere safe that you could hide from what they want to do to you. Let's see here. You seem ungrateful for what you have. I am more grateful and happy than ever before. Yeah, scroll on. Tell them, Brian. Can a high priest get any higher? Well, it depends on how many gummies I take in the evening. That depends. You like the image behind you. Is it always about a children killer in the Old Testament? Canaanites of all. Yeah, you like Ceridwen here. She is wonderful. I love this guy. I'm sure even God laughs at it. Yeah, Ceridwen has a good time. The goddess is pleased all of the time. I am her child. She is my mother. And I bring joy to her, just as she brings joy to me. Let's see here. You also enjoy the 12-point star. Will the Egyptians' gods come back? They have never left. They've always been here. Lilith is here. Good to see you. Someone was just talking about you. Lilith is wonderful. You find it funny that Christian fundamentalists who preach about not judging others are judging you all along the play in these comments, right? They are always disobedient to their own instruction manual. A servant of the Lord must not quarrel, but be apt to teach, because it's God who grants repentance. You people coming on here being dickheads all of the time, you are not helping your God at all. You are just pissing people off. You love the sarcasm. Oh, my word. Where are we at here? Uncommon sense. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Where are we at? Where am I at here? Let's see here. What country do you reside? United States. I'm here. It is sad to see people call Father Deacon fake, just because he shakes your in a radical way. Yeah. They confuse Yahweh with what? Yeah. You're little Christ and proud. God will judge. Yeah, that's the way of things. Do you think Jesus will accept PDFs? Certainly. Send in your file. Upload it. Jesus is not religious. We're all religious. Jesus was religious. He was born in the mythology of his people. These new people are religious but not spiritual. That's a religious statement. You can't separate it. We are religious. That's creative. That's our creativity. Now, a religion is a certain type of creativity, institutionalized, right? That's quite different. I understand that part. I only take one gummy in the evening. That's it. That's all I need. A Delta 9. Good to see you, Spynet Gaming. Someone was just talking about the 5-pointed star. There it comes up. Synchronicity, perhaps? Do I do this stream? Yes, I do it every day. Usually twice a day, sometimes once a day. On the weekends, once a day. Something comes up, like yesterday I had a doctor's appointment, so I only did it in the evening. You love the Gothic Caradwen, so do I. So do I. It's my morning Caradwen that I use. How is your goddess name spelled? Cerriwen. Caradwen. Let's see. Most Bibles are printed on are great for rolling papers. Yes, I remember one time when I was younger, we ran out of reefer papers, so we ripped a page out of the Bible and wrote a big fat one. I'm like, this is some holy smoke here. This is so effing original. Yeah, it is. What you see is what you get. This is how I act all the time. This is me. I don't have to pretend anymore. I don't work in the church anymore. Always worrying. Being a heathen is new to me. So I'm learning to be a heathen again. Everything is new here. Oh, where are we at here? You have to go to bed. Take care. Women like their men stupid. Oh, that's unfortunate. People trying the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome, shows how delusional people are. Yeah, I thought you were a fundamentalist the first time. What's changed, right? It doesn't work. You're not going to convert me by insulting me. What is the purpose and benefit of organized religion? To control and manipulate people. See here. Heavy metal is your religion. Wonderful. Steve here is a lover of the Tool. I'm not talking about his private part. I'm talking about the band. Maybe he loves his Tool as well. The band known as the Tool. He is a big fan of it. Me, not so much. I don't like the heavy stuff. It brings me to a dark place. I don't like it. Yeah, take care, Uncommon Sense. Take care of yourself. What are your thoughts on Native American sun dances and ceremonies? I love the indigenous religions because they continue to keep that balance between father and mother. They have a wholeness. People see indigenous spiritualities like, wow, that's so wonderful. It becomes a fascination for people. Like here in the United States, everyone wants to be Native American descent. Why? Because you're fascinated by the harmony between Sky Father and Earth Mother, right? You find something wonderful in that. The Abrahamic religions, there's only the penis. There's no maternal. There's no mother. Mary sneaks in there, right, to bring the goddess in that way. But there's an imbalance. When you don't have the mother and the father in unity, there is an imbalance. You have to have that balance to reveal proper spirituality. D&D question. If you have a marionette magic and decide to go back, big bad fight battles, yeah, that would be fun. Fighting with your own marionette. That would be. I'm open to all kinds of ideas as a game master. I don't like game master. Dungeon master is what I prefer. The game master is too nice. I like the old school. I'm a Gygaxian dungeon master. So you will die in my dungeons. But that's not the end of your story. Yeah, you might die and you come back with a third leg or something. In prison, they roll weed with the scripture. Yeah, they do. Certainly. You love the corn. Yeah. I am not a fan of the corn. Now, did you know that one of the band members of Korn, he became a Christian fundamentalist for a while, and he made his way back into Korn. He's like he got tired of it after a while. He's still a Christian, I believe, but he's doing it his own way, right? That's what Snoop Dogg did one time. You had a page of the Bible and rolled one up in the bathroom. Yeah, it is a common thing. Deacon is full commando under the collared shirt. That's what you're here for. You're here for the nudity. You have all these people wanting to run around. You have to go to my OnlyFans page, Steve, if you want to see me. I can't do that here. I will lose my monetization. I'm looking forward to being able to see your progression, Father. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. You got sucked once for running into a wall head first. You've never heard of Keradin? What is her attribute? She's a mother and a lover and a friend. I don't put my gods into a box. Now, originally that's how I relate to her, that I am a bard and she is the goddess of bards. But I don't put my gods in a box. They are persons. The ancestors, they said, these are gods of this or that. I do not do that. We have a relationship that is based upon, me being what I am and her being what she is. Let's see here. Savagery. Lu, you like Lu? The god Lunasa, right? We celebrate Lunasa every year. Is witchcraft satanic? No. There are dark powers at work in all types of traditions. There are certainly witches who are evil, but there are more Christians who are evil than there are evil witches in the world. They all come on here every day and curse me. They try to hex me by telling me I'm going to be destroyed and all of this stuff. You are of Irish Scottish descent. Yeah, so am I, Jenna. Now, I tell people this. Go to Ancestry.com. They have now the ability to determine how Celtic you are. It's quite fascinating. This was a new thing that I checked it out to see. Because before it was like I'm 20-something% Scottish, I'm 20-something% Irish. And now it goes into I am Gaelic, Celtic, or Britain Celtic. They have those markers where they're able to determine where my ancestors were in terms of Celtic religion. Where am I at here? Great answer. Thank you, Michael. We may get along better than I thought. Keradin is a name that has haunted me most of your life. Her loss created a hole that I have never been able to heal, no matter what I do. Yeah, she's a wonderful lady, Keradin. Thoughts on Cherry Street? Don't have any thoughts on it. Can you tell me more about the goddess? Was she a huntress, right? Well, there's the main mythology is of her and Taliesin. All of the other stuff, the little bits and pieces that are available, they don't really flesh that out. Was she a huntress? Well, when she became, she was trying to chase Taliesin down, right? But her main mythology is one of transformation and renewal and the owl, right? There's not much we can tell about her. The mythology can only point the way. You have to experience Keradin for yourself to know her love, to know her tenderness, to know the joy that she brings to people. I told her, I'm not interested in your Awen. I want your heart. That is it. Not interested in the kettle over here. Now, she gives that freely, that inspiration. But I'm more interested in her heart than anything. Oh, where am I at here? Let's see. When are you getting the druid on? Tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be quite late for people in the United Kingdom and the other places in the world. But you can watch it the next day if you wanted to. Yeah. It might be like an hour and a half, hour long interview. It won't be long. Let's see here. That was Brian Headwelch. Interesting. Brian, that's his name. The singer from Korn. Yeah, I watched him do like miracles and things. I'm pretty sure it was him outside of the Korn concert. He was going around doing the crazy Pentecostal shit, making people's legs grow. He was duped, in my opinion. We all get duped at some point, right? Waking up. The logo on my profile belongs to the Global Occult Coalition. Do you know what that is? No, I don't. I know that many people use the pentacle for various purposes. Someone before you came on was asking about the pentacle. And then here it is, right? I just thought that was fascinating. You're waiting for them to come to Iceland so you can go see them, right? I'm sure they'll appreciate your chilling videos that you make. Our friend from Iceland here, if you go to her channel, there's very, very frightful presentations for the scary season. Oh, where am I at here? After learning about your goddess and going, I find it interesting that you have a rabbit. Well, I had the rabbits before I had devotion to Caledon. Let's see here. Yeah, Goin turned into the rabbit, right? And I am the Goin. I even have a friend that is the Madra, the older gentleman that brought me into Druidry. A good friend of mine. That I did an interview of him many months ago on here. But we keep in touch. He's a really good friend. He's my Amakara. Yeah. I pray you repent. I pray I don't need to repent. I'm doing anything wrong. You look into it, Jenna. Do you believe that the land holds magic properties like curses? Yes and no. They are spiritual presences. Curses by themselves and blessings by themselves are not separated from entities. These are manifestations of real beings and real powers. So, for instance, the haunted house, for instance. When you go into a haunted house, the presence, some people say there's a hex on the home or whatever. It is a presence that torments you, an energy that is a manifestation of a real reality that you find in places where dark things were done, and also like magical properties of goodness, energies. In my grove, I have been told it is a place of power because of how I have found it through vision. Finding my grove, I go there once a week to meditate, and I am energized and empowered. I have wonderful experiences there. This is all because not a natural energy per se, but a natural reality of a real person dwelling in that place. These trees, to me, are the source of it. It is a grove of laurel oaks, and I had a vision of this tree, and I followed it back in the swamp behind my house. And coming across this place was quite wonderful. And I found this tree that is in the shape of 3 trunks. And that is where I cast my druidic circle in front of this tree. Athena is here. The goddess of wisdom has arrived, coming down from the great Mount Olympus through the ages to be with us, sent here by Zeus himself to educate us, to come down onto our level, to help us to understand the wisdom of the gods. Athena is here. Odin is the creator god and called All-Father by his children of the gods, very similar to Anu. And the Dagda. The Dagda, one of his titles is All-Father. You have all of these mythologies. They all point you to the same reality. And the people, they tell different stories about it. Why doesn't God of the Bible laugh? Because he's got this eternal stick up his ass. He is capable of laughter. You also like Slipknot in your view. They seem like the 9 Jonta. Father Deacon, I have heard of the goddess. Can you tell me what are her attributes? Well, she is by the ancestors. They had many attributes for her. The goddess of transformation, a goddess of the Awan, the flowing spirit, a goddess of wisdom, a goddess of poetry. She is all of these. The ancestors, as I said, they only related to their gods by what they can do for them. For me, she is much more. She is a person. Her attribute is loving me. That's how I experience my goddess. You like all these D&D questions. Oh shoot, I lost that comment. It's gone. Marionette magic. That's a real thing. There's I forgot what that comes out of, what part of D&D. Yahweh has no sense of humor. Yeah. He's a warrior god. He wants to hurt people. He has no sense of humor. You have earned your subscription. Thank you, Edwin. I appreciate you being here, Edwin. And AZ, thank you. You see the children of Egyptian cat goddesses a lot? No, I don't. I don't see the world through the mythology. Now, Vixen here, above you, she has a devotion to Anubis. So she probably know more about that than I would. I don't know what that means. I've experienced guidance, close to me, intervention, but never felt touched. The idea of touch is kind of like how you would receive an embrace, but with no arms, the feelings that you receive from the embrace. One moment here. I got something at my door. I'll be right back. What is all this stuff at the door here? It must be someone delivering packages. Look at all of these packages. Wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Let's put these here for now. All right. Keep doing your homework. Remember, we're checking. All right, I have returned. That was the Amazon delivery service here, bringing all types of packages and things at my door that I had to bring in. My shipment of marijuana has come in. Steve, you like the corn, don't you? Take care, Ras. Nice to have you here. If Yahweh laughed, he might have been less homicidal. Yeah. Hail, great priest devoted. You were talking about the All Father. Yeah. Praise the goddess. Dion, good to see you here. Good to have you here. You feel hatred for yourself. Well, stop doing that. You are choosing to hate yourself. You are choosing to find fault with yourself when no one is finding fault with you. There are no gods mad at you. You are creating your own delusion. Stop doing that. What is your goddess name? Keredwin. Latasha, I don't like that the Bible uses children as a sacrifice. Yeah, if like Abraham, if that was a real story, if my God asked me to sacrifice my children, I would be, no, I am not doing that. Not happening. As a mythology, I understand it, but that's no way. Could you imagine the psychological trauma of having your father try to destroy you to appease their God? Could you imagine that psychological trauma if that was real? It is evil. Yes, she lives within us. This could be a great movie with a priest who is honest as F. Let's see. Lilith is educating you. Do you sacrifice or offer? No. The only thing Keredwin gets from me is my heart. I am the ritual, and my heart is the altar. Nothing more, nothing less. If that's not good for her, she can leave. I'm not interested in making any offerings to any deities. Now, I don't have a problem with people like, as a respect, they pour out a 40 ouncer to their gods, doing it. That's just how I roll, right? I don't do my gods the way other people do. I think it's time for pagan people to evolve. You don't have to do it the way your ancestors do it. Do it your own way. Relate to your gods. Don't fear them. Don't seek appeasement. Don't try to get powers from them. Love them as they love you. This is all bullshit. Yeah, your Christianity is bullshit. People actually read and understood the Old Testament, we would be banned and burned. Yeah, you're right. They burnt witches alive, right? They stoned homosexuals. These people were not good. They were a warrior tribe. They were the Vikings. Moses was a Viking lord, going and raping. They raped people. They pillaged them. They did these things. It's all in their book. I always bring people to the attention of the book of Numbers, chapter 31. They were to destroy the Midianites, man, woman, and children and beast. And some of the Israelis come back with spoils, women and children for their slaves. And Moses gets pissed off. He says, how could you do that? You're supposed to... And then he compromises. He says, all right, kill all the children here and the women who have known men and keep the virgins for yourself. And then a little bit further, God says, divvy out the virgins as booty to the 12 tribes of Israel. That is sexual slavery. There's no way to explain that away. That is an evil God. Only evil gods do that shit. Oh, let's see here. If there is a God, it's either not all-powerful or not all good. Yeah, I came to that conclusion, that the way that the Christians talk about their God is all-powerful, all-knowing, all-seeing. I've rejected that. I don't believe in a future, because if there's a future and an all-powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing God doesn't do anything about the evil, then he is evil. Because we certainly would be punished if we knew there was evil and didn't do anything about it. I reject the idea that there is a future, that there is a God who knows the future. There is only the moment. And what comes out of that moment is the next moment. And in that understanding, there is the power of probability. Probability is known, but no certainty. We are in a state of becoming. And this is the creation. It is ongoing. It is not set in stone. My taking a shit today is not predetermined. These are choices. How I will shit. What toilet paper will I use? These are things not known. I can use Shaman Ultra if I wanted to, right? I can use some leaves from the backyard. The moment is one of creativity that builds the next moment. This is how I understand the All-Father and the Great Lady, that we're in this great adventure together with them. They do not know. Maiden, mother, and crone, make my heart your very own. Let's see where we at here. Maybe if Yahweh smoked some weed, yeah, that would help, right? Right? Oh, let's see here. Goodbye. Take care of yourself, Rose. Let's see here. For humans here on earth to learn is wrong. Educate us, Athena. God allows free will. What that comes with many souls, learning of what a lot of shit is, enslaving races, or what a lot of soups did once a time ago. Learning wrongness is taking a long time. Yeah. D&D spellcaster can use a spell or amulet to make imitation objects alive, golems, marionettes. Google it. Yeah, there's all kinds of diversity in spellcasting, right? I'm still looking for my other player. I still am. I'd love to have a player for our Friday night game. Am I a real priest? Yes, I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. You are learning non-duality. Yeah. The problem I have, Hazel, with non-duality is once you go into the awareness, the consciousness, the universe, people come back and they are always bitching about it. I don't see the world in terms of a duality. When you go in to come out to shape this is a part of your experience. The experience of the consciousness or universe or whatever you say that you become one with. You experience that through your body. Your body is not separated. Your personhood is not separated from that. So I understand non-duality, but this here is necessary to experience that. I am defrocked. Yes, I am. I'm not officially defrocked yet. My bishop, my former bishop, has never defrocked me because I retired in good graces with my eparchy. I sent in my paperwork. I said, I can't walk anymore. I'm no longer able to do that. I don't know if my bishop even knows what I'm doing here, that I've renounced Catholicism. Oh, let's see here. How are you different from hundreds of other different God brothers and devil dodgers? Yeah, because I entertain people. That's how different I am. What denomination are you? Spiritual entertainment. That's my church. Need to go now. Take care of yourself. Appreciate you being this kind. And never follow in the footsteps of the Vikings. That's right. Can you all listen to my music? Not if it's not Oblivion music, no. Good to see you, Three Trails Delivery. Good to have you here. Good morning to you. Anthony, must be a lot of children missing around his neighborhood by the odor of goat legion. Now, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Are you trying to insult me? You have to explain that. What do you believe in then? Entertainment? That's it. Well, I have Keldwin here. Keldwin helps. She is my goddess. Your future is wine. Many people's future is in wine. Let's see here. What do I believe in? I believe in spiritual entertainment. How many times must I say it? No God is all-knowing. Yeah. Then if they were, then they'd be immoral, right? A being that has all power, that does not use it to stop evil, is evil itself. Well, the Christians will tell you, well, God allows evil in the world to bring good out of it. Any God that needs to use evil to make good is evil. Where are we at here? The All-Father knows everything. I don't think so. The All-Father knows probability, but doesn't know the path until we make the decision. Let's see here. I bet you didn't even expect this way of teaching. No, I didn't. You want me to cast Mitos Pitos. I don't want to break my hand if I do that. Let's see here. Where am I at here? You are telling people I'm sacrificing children. I don't do that type of paganism. Let's see here. If a beast tames a creature, could they tame a dragon? Yes, there are people who have the power to tame dragons. The lesser kind, like the werven. The greater dragons, they are of high intellect. You are not able to tame them. But a werven, certainly. A werven is a chaotic dragon-like creature. Most like the beastly kingdom in Dungeons & Dragons. Let's see here. Rufus the Doofus. You are no longer Gnostic, and you need to use spells from Saint Athanasius. Keep it up. Is this like a new religion? Yes. Keradunism. I'm a monotheist. Just Keradun. This is a new religion, yes. It is a cult as well. A cult membership is quite open. Like and subscribe. And you can go to the join button over there for the price of a cup of coffee, medium, large, or small. You can support what I do here. I do this for a living. And you can be a part of our Discord community. Just one cup, all it takes. If you want to keep giving me cups, that's wonderful. One cup is all it takes. And you can become a Discord member. Alan Watts said this. No, Alan Watts did not say that. He's a philosophical entertainer. Alan Watts was a philosophical. That's where I got it from. He was a philosophical entertainer. I said, well, I will be the spiritual entertainer. I love Alan Watts. If you see on my channel every day, I release a YouTube short from Alan Watts. And in using my AI, I make him dance and talk and things, play guitar. I really appreciate Alan Watts. Now, I don't believe everything he says, but his wisdom is quite profound. Oh, my word. Where am I at here? All of these Christians mocking someone who carves their own path instead of being a mindless sheep with zero originality, right? There's only one goddess. You're right, Keladwin. I am a monotheist. This is a man having spiritual comedy entertainment for fun purposes with bits of reality laced through. Yeah, you got to lace it through. Only someone skilled can do that. You could play D&D with you guys, but you are slow. Yeah, you'll need to keep up because we are doing this in front of thousands of people. That's important. If you want to play in my D&D game on Friday, you have to have a proper computer connection and a camera because you need the info. And you can't be camera shy because thousands of people come through every day. There's been about probably 2,000 people who have come through here this morning. Let's see here. It would have been better if people stopped conflating God, Odin, Woden, with Yahweh, Yam, Wham. Yeah, that probably would have kept you in the church, right? Let's see. Average Catholic when I pray directly to God instead of oogie boogie boogie. I don't know what you mean by that. This guy is full of shit. Well, you don't have to be here if it offends you. You don't have to be here. Are you smoking? No, I don't smoke it. I eat it through a gummy. Yo, Father Deacon, I am a massive fan of your channel. Hope you stay huge and grow a massive fun. Yes, I appreciate your support. Yeah, I'm up to like 300 subscriptions a week. That is the average now. I started out about 150 a week, and so it continues to get better here. 8,000 subscribers. You know, I appreciate people contributing to that. Why don't men integrate their aspects? Same question can be asked for the men. None of us are actually taught the effing truth on this planet, and it's a slow road. Yeah, that's why Zeus sent you here, to educate us, right? What do you do for a living? This is it. I do this. I'm a retired clergyman, but now I do this for a living. This is it. I'm going to do a blood ritual and give this power some shit. Oh, wonderful. All knees will bow to Jesus. We don't want to hear about your sexual perversion. We're not into dropping on our knees for people here. You can take that shit somewhere else. I hope you make shorts of best money in D&D. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make D&D shorts because my channel is geared mostly towards religion. I thought about making comedy religious shorts. You know, those have been coming to me in dreams and stuff. So I might do that. Let's see. Dovahkiin. In order to integrate healing in those areas, as to take sexual trauma can be difficult for women to heal in a lot of ways. Am I going to hell for using cannabis? According to the person above you, yes. Thousands of stoners in the world, yeah. You're all doomed. We're all doomed here. Hey, Loki. Get a haircut. My wife will cut it this weekend. People are, they are. Thank you for sharing your journey. You're welcome. Yeah, Hazel, 30 years as a Christian, I left. And now I'm just making my way here with Caledon. Let's see. When I see Jesus subscribe, I am alone. Okay. We do have Jesus on here. He comes out in the chat. You're going to hell for using time? Oh, probably. Yeah, that's right. I think I would have kept a lot of people in the church if that was the case, right? What did Moses get when he went to Mount Olive? A bloody good kicking of Popeye. Yeah, Moses is an evil person if he is real. He is a Viking lord. He is an evil, evil person if he was real. If that mythology is real, then he is not a being to celebrate. Moses is no God's friend. He is a wicked person. The warrior God likes him because he's a warrior, right? Yeah, we're all doomed here. I must agree that Catholic priests freaked me out when I was young. Yeah, perhaps there's a lot of them do. Hazel, you came from Mormonism. Yeah. Nice to see you, Bishop. Religion buddy. I'm the religion buddy. Well, it's good to have such familiarity with people on here. Now, I have been on here for over 3 hours, and I must depart. I will be returning this evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do my interview with my druid shaman friend who plays Dungeons & Dragons. That will be later on today. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. Come join our community. There's a join button over there. And you can hang out with us on Discord. Just for the price of a cup of coffee, you can become a community member. One little cup of coffee. That is all it takes. I appreciate your support. I appreciate having this conversation with you. Not too many fundamentalists today, which was nice. We had some nice discussions about witchcraft and all the Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, and the wonderful goddess Keridwen. She approves. Okay, we'll see you later.